2, 3, 4.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to one of the editions of the Pitre Dish. I'm your host, Howard Pitre. I'm doing this alone tonight. Didn't ask any of the other hosts to come on tonight. This was one of those intimate things I wanted to do tonight with Mr. Ernie Pack. She gets me turned on so much. He's a sexy man.
Lord help me.
Oh Lord, I was trying to share that to you, your Fort Duffield. And I said I already did it to paranormal, Pac-Man paranormal. So you already got it on there.
All right.
Um, tonight, I haven't done this in a while, and many of you know already know that I've been going through a lot of medical issues here lately. Uh, today was actually me and Ernie were talking about it earlier. We just finally there's my brother from a different mother. We share the brains.
Who
We
is
share a
that?
brain. That's Mr. Tim Kohler.
Oh, hello, Tim. Good to see you, brother.
And
It says Facebook user on the screen here, so I couldn't tell.
so I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, let's make sure. You got it. There we go. Yep. Howdy, folks. Of course, you know who that is.
That's Miss Denise. That's her
That is Miss
go-to
Denise.
thing to say right there. Hello, lady.
And there's Miss Petey and Miss Emmy.
Hello, Emmy.
Yeah, sure. Special. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we're special. There's my sister-in-law. Hey, Yvette, how you doing? Love her. Love her to death.
Well, hello.
There it
All
is.
right, now I can see Denise.
There she is.
Good deal.
But yeah, I had a blood clot that passed through my brain. Uh, it was shut down some of my motor skills and stuff like that. It was almost like a stroke. Thank goodness it wasn't a stroke. They couldn't find any evidence of a hemorrhage or anything. So that was a blessing actually. I'm still scheduled for more tests. So and now I got a summer cold on top of all this. So that's even better. I'm
Awesome.
always I'm
Awesome.
always trying to push the limit.
Don't you
Push
just
that
love
body.
summer colds?
I
I'd
love
rather have
this.
a cold in the winter any day than a summer cold.
Man, this is miserable. I'm gonna tell you that now, man. Just running like a sieve, all sinus headache and everything going on right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to bring on Ernie. And like I said, I love both Ernie and Denise very much. Their family and uh, Ernie, they've been doing some investigations. They have Fort Duffield now, and we're going to talk about a little bit about Fort Duffield tonight. We're going to also talk about his event that he's going to have coming up, spirits, squatches, and stories around the campfire,
Yes, sir.
and that's going to be coming up soon. So, Ernie, tell us a little bit about that your event that is coming up.
Well, it's going to be August 5th at Fort Duffield. Starts at 8 o'clock, goes till 3 a.m. We're going to have, it's called Spirits, Squatches, and Stories. When we first started doing or looked into doing the tours and investigations at Fort Duffield, we were thinking it was a haunted location, a Civil War fort, where we know of 48 deaths that occurred there, and we thought we'd have spirit activity there. Well, we started taking people up there to show them around and try to, get some interest raised in people actually booking. And one of the first groups we took up there had Greg Baca and Char Savoy in it, and Denise and I, Char's wife Kim, was there, and we all saw a Bigfoot near the mass grave. So we were like, wow, we weren't expecting that at all. And then the first group that we had up there for a private overnight, Black Cat Paranormal, they believe, a Bigfoot up there near the mass grave. Um, so we were like, well, we got more than just spirit activity here. So we thought, we've been wanting to do something for a long time with Squatchman Greg Yost. Uh, you guys probably hear me talk about him all the time. There's nobody, in my opinion, that has a better connection to the forest people, as he calls them, than Greg. And he's needing some car repairs done. He could use a little financial help right now as to get his truck back up and on the road 100%. Right now he's able to drive it, but it's not right. And we thought, well, if we could do an event up at the fort, we could raise money for the fort, and then also turn over some money for Greg to help him out with his needs right now. And so we decided to put together this event. It's called Spirits, Squatches, and Stories Around the Campfire. We're going to, like I said, start at 8 o'clock. We're going to have a cookout. We're going to all then meet at up there at the fort. There's a place called the Redoubt, which there's like a little amphitheater down there with a fire pit in the middle. And we're all going to gather around there and let Greg talk about the forest people a little bit. Todd and Leanne Eskew from the Black Wolf Paranormal will be up, and them, along with Denise and I, we're going to talk about spirit activity and ghost hunting a little bit. And then we're all going to kind of go out and do some ghost hunting and some Bigfoot hunting and just see what we have happen. And it's only
you're gonna actually walk through the woods at night.
Yes, sir.
Looking for Bigfoot with Denise.
Yeah. We do that. That's the
You
stuff.
got flares and stuff. You got like in the air just in case you get in trouble.
I might have to get a harness for where I can
right.
Just reel her in, put her on one of them dog leashes, that's got the
retractable thing. Yeah.
Retractable.
Reeling in a marlin. I'm reeling in a marlin.
Yeah. And but anyway, this is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, if you've never been around Greg Yost, if you've never seen him on a podcast or talked to him, whatever, I hear you, Tim. We'll come down to this event August 5th. That'd be a good time, man. If you've never been around Greg Yost, you really need to check it out and just experience what he's capable of with the forest people. I mean, we've talked about it a lot. We've had some incredible encounters in the forest with him, and then the fort has delivered. I mean, it's a new location. We were hoping that eventually we'd catch some evidence up there that we could start sharing with others and bring some attention to the fort. Well, before we ever had our first private overnight, I had T-Dog up there with a couple of his teammates, Luke and Carrie, and Carrie was snapping some pictures. It was daylight. They were just taking random pictures around the fort. They weren't investigating or anything, and caught one of the best ghost photos you'll ever see of a soldier walking down the hill. Yeah, you haven't seen that?
I've not seen it.
Oh, Denise, can you send that to Howard right now? He can put that on the screen. That's one of the best ghost photos I've seen. It's a full-bodied apparition. It's transparent, but yeah, Denise says she's sending it now.
All right.
Y'all
got to be patient with me because I have not done this.
He's out of practice, y'all. Don't yell at Howard. He's out of practice. Right. He'll figure out how to get it on the screen eventually. Don't worry. You might need to send it to Emmy and have Emmy do it remotely.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it that way. It's been a while since I've done any of this stuff. I mean, I'm sitting here battling a sinus headache now. It's just one of those things. Let's see. I haven't gotten them yet. I see this. There we go. Ooh, that is. Let's see. Screen. Let's see.
George, I am not running for president anytime soon. I'm not doing it. I got too many skeletons in the closet. It'd be put all over the news. You know that. It's good to see you in here, though, brother. We need to get together soon. I hate it that you guys were just 2.5 hours away and we didn't get to hang out when you were here for the Para-Unity event. But I see a lot of people chiming in over here in the chat saying howdy and hey, y'all. But love you for what you do, George. Some of you are showing up on my screen as Facebook user. I don't know what you got to do to correct that. I know StreamYard's kind of weird about it.
Yeah, it is funky. Man, look, I'm trying. Let me be.
I'll bear with you, Howard. Trust.
That's a good picture, though. I'm looking at it right now. You can actually see it. It's a damn good picture.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's. I mean, it's undeniable. And we went up there and tried to debunk it. Okay, I see Lindy now. Hello, Lindy.
yeah. Da, 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 da. Oh, 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 oh.
You can hit that present button,
All right.
and then it'll share screen. Y'all leave Howard alone. He's been through a lot
Yeah,
here.
I know. I mean, y'all,
Plus, he's trying to put together an awesome event in September that you guys need to try to make it happen.
I tell you what, I can't get that way, but I could probably pull it up. I could put the freaking. Let's do it this way. I can't get it up this way. If I can't do it this way, I could put it up.
Let me see if I can get it. Give me a second. I'm going to look like I'm in a daze for just a second, folks. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Let's see. Oh. And if you can look at it, there's something. Let's zoom in on it. Let's see what it is. There it is. I'm trying to do the screen shading. Do it this way. Let's see, maybe.
Watch this.
Oh, on.
Look at that.
There you go. You got it, Ernie. Shit.
Boom. Can y'all
Boom.
see that right in the middle of the screen there? I mean, there's a soldier walking down the hill. You can, when you see it on a big monitor with high definition, you can see that he's got a pouch slung over his back. He's got a rifle slung over his shoulder. He's walking down the hill in got a dark blue overcoat, lighter blue pants, black boots.
Yep.
Uh,
I'm looking at the first picture that Denise sent me. And you standing behind Denise, and
Yeah.
it looks like you got an elbow, trying to elbow her, she could fall down that hill.
No, I was demonstrating how they would stand there at the top. There were, those low spots there for them to stand on the wall and shoot down at the enemy as they approach, where they always had the advantage, from being up on the higher ground there.
You can definitely see a shape of a person there. That's for sure, just from this shot here.
Yeah.
And that's remarkable. And can you imagine sitting around a campfire and then something like that walks up on you?
Well, I mean, we have had, what are we saying here? I'm not getting ready to cut the broadcast, Denise. We've had one group that's had a private overnight so far, but that one group had shadow activity at the fort. They had shadow activity at the cemetery. They had Bigfoot activity. They said it was like a basketball-sized ball of light that just kind of drifted along right through that area where that soldier was walking and then off into the woods. Basketball-sized orange glowing ball of energy. And so the place is delivering. I mean, there's definitely a lot of activity up there, and folks have had a good time so far. So we're really looking forward to seeing what's to come.
I see Ashley's in here. Ashley Hale. She was Howard's in a daze. You're right. I'm always in a daze, man. There she is. It shows up as Facebook user, and she lives in Kentucky, and I think there you go, Ashley. It's one of the places you need to go. You need to get your crew down there and do a little bit of investigating.
Absolutely. And if nothing else, like I said, come to our public event. If you can't get, it's $400 for a private overnight. That's for up to 10 people, which, is pretty reasonable, I think. you get 12 hours to investigate the fort. And I don't know what panel she's looking at.
Oh man.
Thank you, Tony. But you get 12 hours for a private overnight. The park is open to the public during daylight hours, but once the sun sets, I make sure that everybody else is off the property and it's all yours until 7 a.m. or until the sun comes back up. If it comes back up and people decide they want to go up there for an early morning walk, I can't tell them to leave. But I don't
things at them. Say it's a Bigfoot.
What's that?
Throw things at them like a rock or something from behind the trees and say it's a Bigfoot.
Yeah, we could do that.
Well, Bigfoot's known for throwing. Sasquatch is known for throwing rocks at.
Yeah, especially at Todd Eskew. We were with Squatchman once, and it seems like every time we're in a place where there's Bigfoot activity with Todd Eskew, Todd gets something thrown at him, to be honest. But the first time
Sure ain't Leanne throwing something at
Leanne might very well be the culprit. But no, this one time, I know it wasn't Leanne because I was standing near the edge of the woods with Squatchman because we were seeing some movement back in the woods, way back in the woods. It was pretty much dark. I mean, it wasn't completely dark, but there was very little light out there. And Todd was sitting at a picnic table, had a cooler sitting on the picnic table next to him, and you could hear coming through the woods from way back in the woods, you could hear something coming through the leaves, and it slammed into that. It was a rock slammed into that cooler, like right over Todd's shoulder. I think Todd about peed down both legs.
Both legs, not one, both of them. God Lord.
It was hilarious. But then, I mean, we've, like I said, about every time we're in the forest with him, Todd gets something thrown at him. So who knows what'll happen August 5th.
Speaking about Pete, that's from our sponsor of the Pins diapers.
Yeah.
Every paranormal investigator's #1 tool.
George, get that back taken care of. It's good seeing you, brother. And yeah, I can't wait to see you in New Orleans, man. That's going to be great. Looking forward to it. I miss you. I haven't seen you since Vegas last year, so been a long time. Looking forward to seeing you and Kara.
We've been doing a lot of stuff for this thing, so hopefully everything's coming along great. Still working on a lot of stuff. It's nonstop. That's for your event, correct? That we're talking about. That's going to be all for your event. I seen that first picture. It looks like y'all had some wood that was stacked up. It looks like I was getting ready to have a little campfire or something going on out there.
Well, there's, like I say, there's a fire pit there that Boy Scouts use that place for a camp every now and then, and so yeah, there's usually a stack of wood sitting around ready to go. But we're gonna have a big bonfire. Well, not a big bonfire. We're gonna fill up a fire pit with fire anyway, and tell some ghost stories, tell some Bigfoot stories around the fire. We're gonna have good food. I practiced this past weekend with my family. We're gonna have pretty much the same menu I fixed for our 4th of July cookout.
What's the menu, Ernie? Let people know what's the menu.
It's just gonna be hamburgers and hot dogs, but man, I'm good on the grill. And they're not gonna be just your run-of-the-mill hamburgers and hot dogs. They're marinated and delicious. They're good stuff.
Me, I'll be serving Vienna sausages and pepper meat. I mean, come on, give you traditional New Orleans style food here. I mean, that you can't put a little Tabasco sauce on it. There it is. Everything tastes better with Tabasco.
I'm not a fan of I like that crystals, man. I'm not a fan of Tabasco. I like me some crystals, though. You need to send me some more crystals. We're out of crystals, man.
That stuff is like $1.29 a bottle now.
You can't get it up.
Big bottle. I got a couple of bottles in the damn cupboard right now.
Denise marinated the meat. Okay, so see, she's over here in the chat. She's the one that marinated the meat, but I was the man on the grill. Okay. I
See, they
told her
always got to take credit for something. That I was telling Ernie right before the show.
She steals my thunder every time.
That's Jackie. Jackie's the same exact way. I was telling Ernie before the show. Yesterday, I went out and bought me a pair of brand new tennis shoes. Okay, sneakers, tennis shoes. It's been about 5 years or so that I bought me any type of shoes whatsoever. I said, well, it's about time I bought me a new pair of shoes. I take care of my stuff like that. And my other pair looks like brand new, but I'm going to use those for, that's my new grass cutting shoes now. I go out in my yard and cut the grass with them shoes now. My old sneakers. So I'm walking there. I said, I'm going to go look at some shoes. And of course, Jackie volunteered. You need somebody to go with you? You know, you just had that thing. You shouldn't be alone out there. I'm going all day long alone. But of course, I'm going shoe shopping. Right. And so I got into the shoe store and I found my shoes the same pair. I can go back in my old pair, my older pair, and then this pair. They're all the same shoe. I'm just a creature of habit, so to speak. And I picked up the box, and it's Nike Air. It's Nike Air or whatever. Right. And so I got my box, a big orange box with the swoosh sticker on it. And I'm standing there, and she says, "Oh, look." I'm walking towards the cash register, and she says, "Oh, look, it's buy one, get one half price." That's all I did. I just looked down and just shook my head. Yeah. I knew it was coming. Yep. Now, I paid about $70 for my shoes. And of course, since this is half price, Jackie had to look for them $100 shoes. I said, it doesn't work that way, Jackie. They're going to take the $100, I'm going to have to pay for that, and they're going to give me half price of anything for my shoe. She said, but that's okay. It is? Okay.
You walked out there $150 later, and then around in some new shoes that she couldn't walk in and broke her toe.
Exactly. We're driving out, and of course, a lot of women on who's watching probably tonight know that, and probably some men, because men, I'm not going to go that way, be that person, but Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works is going out of business. And we still have a location in Mandeville where I live at. And of course, they have a big clearance sale. They've already got good prices on a lot of their stuff, a lot of oils and perfumes. It's all, whatever makes you comfortable and take a bath and oil, whatever. And big old sign in front of the store that says 6 for $27. I'm like, I'm trying to go faster. Okay. So she doesn't see this big sign. I mean, it's plastered on there, and then it's like 50% off and all this other stuff. Well, luckily, there was a thunderstorm going on, and there was lightning and everything. And Jackie said, and she's like, well, it's a bad storm. We need to get home. And she's scared of lightning. Now, today, with Jackie's she bought her brand new shoes to wear to work. Okay. Uh-huh. And she decides I'll go pick her up at work because I had the car today. And she comes up and she's limping towards the car. She's got a poor little hand. She's holding a little hand like that. And she's dragging her foot behind her. I said, what's the matter? I said, I got to go inside and get a sack of dog food for the dogs. I said, what's the matter? You want to come in? No, I'm going to sit in the car. Said, okay. And I look at her pants leg when I got back in the car after I went to the grocery and got the sack of dog food and put it in the trunk. I look at her little leg and her knee, and it's scraped all up. It then cut a hole in her jeans, and she's got blood coming out of there. And I said, oh, my goodness, what happened? She says, I tripped on my shoes. She's going to tell me she was going on a step. Okay, and I said, that's bullshit. She tripped on them brand new shoes. Right. I said, what happened? She says, everything I had in my hands went flying. I said, what? And she said, I had my coffee. I had a bag of crackers or something. And she said, they went flying. Her cell phone was in her back pocket. That went flying. Everything went flying all over the place. She wiped out. She
was running.
She came in here right when I was talking to Ernie before the show. She says, I think I broke my toe. Well, I was at the doctor's office. We have the same doctor, right? Primary. The doctor says, do you want an x-ray your foot? No. Okay, you sure? No, it doesn't hurt that bad. Now she's been crying ever since she's been home. My toe hurts. I think I broke my toe. I said, you was just at the doctor's office. Why didn't you get an x-ray? I can't afford that. Right? So it's like, all right, whatever, Jackie. And Ernie tried to explain it to her, and they don't. She wants
All
to
they're gonna do is, if anything, they're gonna put some tape on it.
Right. They're gonna
Tell you,
maybe split it like
stay off of it as much as you can.
Right.
That's all they're gonna do for a broken toe. Denise will tell you.
Yeah, I tried to tell her. I said, well, I got some paper tape, medical paper tape. I got regular tape. I got freaking Proban, whatever it is, that stretch stuff that sticks to itself.
Yeah.
I got that stuff, and I said, I can tape that for you. And she goes, no, I got hair on my toe.
Well, you won't have after you put that tape on there. It'll come right off.
Do you want me to shave your toe?
Go shave your toe and put some tape on it.
That girl,
I got a good endorsement up there in the chat earlier. My brother, who never has anything good to say about anything, says that 4th of July cookout was awesome. So see, if you come to that event August 5th, you're going to get good food. You're going to get good stories. You're going to get good company. And hopefully we'll have some good activity. So there you go. See there? Look at that.
There it is. Yeah.
Boom.
Hey, Parasolo. How's it going, brother?
Good to see you, Stephen Woodward. Woodard? Why do I always want to put another W in your name? It's Woodard. Stephen Woodard.
Even Woodard.
I've known this guy for years, and I always say Woodward for some reason. But
and he says she doesn't use all that smelly stuff. No, but I've seen her buy trench coats and slippers and all that stuff for the guinea pigs and everything.
Yeah. The guinea pigs, if they had a Bath and Beyond or whatever, Bath and Body Works for guinea pigs, she'd be shopping there. Guaranteed. Yeah. Now, we probably just gave her ideas. She's probably on Amazon right now. For perfume for guinea pigs.
We're going to have a big box show up at the house.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
No, I'm not trying to make you Gary, Steve.
You know,
not going to do that. I know better.
Yeah, no kidding. No, I haven't talked to Steven and God. Wow.
Hello, Bonnie.
Hello, Miss Bonnie. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, she's driving, but as soon as she gets to the motel, she's going to start searching for guinea pig perfume.
Denise, you ain't got to. You can just ask Siri or something. You can push the little thing and just say guinea pig colognes and stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't she even paint your fur baby's toes too?
No,
she puts eyebrows. She puts eyebrows on.
Draws eyebrows on red, and he looks miserable every time she does it.
I know.
She's like, "Oh, look at him. He looks so adorable." And really, you can see in his eyes, he looks suicidal to me. But who knows?
There you go. We're gonna put a milk bone to his head. I'm gonna just end it all. I went to the SPCA today, and they're going to be at Fear Fest. They're going to have set up a pet adoption. You can.
I see you, Tim.
There you are, Tim. How's it going, brother? Now we can see you.
Pet adoptions. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm just going through this. Just read some of the comments. In the same shape. No, brother, you ain't in the same shape as me. I'm on death's door right now. I don't know what's keeping me going. It wants to adopt a gator.
There's the one Para Thug, Miss Beth Allen.
Hug is in. How you doing, Miss Allen?
She's the champion hugger of all huggers right there. That's my sister. Yes.
I've never met Beth in person. Never met her.
You need to. You need to.
She's coming to Fear Fest, so she
good. Well, get you one of them hugs.
I will. She's actually going to be doing a gallery, from my understanding. That's from when Chrissy told me she's going to be doing.
She's good.
She's doing her own gallery.
Good.
And I went there and I talked to these people about doing pet adoptions and everything else. So they're going to set up a whole big thing. You could, it's SPCA.
Great.
I was there today
home from New Orleans with more animals.
Well, that's the thing. I went there and I'm going to be fostering 2 more.
Howard, you need to just eliminate them as a sponsor for Fear Fest. We don't need more animals in our lives. You've
But I
got
got
a farm at your house, a zoo at your house. We got like
matter of fact, I've even talked to
14
Global
animals.
Wildlife. Global Wildlife is thinking about getting a booth there, and they have a thing where they have zebras, they got giraffes, it's like a little zoo that they have over here on the North Shore, and they might be there. I talked to someone else that's possibly, they told me they're going to be there. It's a vendor. They sell everything for a fur baby, mainly for dogs. Everything. They even got eyelash things to put on the dogs for eyelashes and coats and you name everything you could possibly.
Right. Thanks,
everything. You're bringing a trailer, right?
Yeah, it sounds like. You know my wife. Oh, we need a zebra. Yeah, I'll come home with a damn
I'm still
giraffe
waiting on my ostrich
truck or something.
I'm still waiting on my ostrich. I got the fencing and all that ready to
You
go.
don't need no ostrich either. She wanted a damn ostrich.
I know.
No, you don't need awesome. That.
You can ride that thing to the Walmart.
You can shut up.
Ernie, man, look, you can get on the back of that thing and ride it like a horse, man. You can ride that thing. You'd be the only one in Kentucky with a big old ostrich. You're riding up there with big ostrich.
I guarantee you there would be a TikTok video of it, too. And, the Pac-Man Paranormal TikTok channel is all Ernie getting ridiculed, Ernie eating biscuits, or Ernie being dismayed at what his wife has to say for the day.
About all the stuff they're going to be having there for pets. And look, there's Denny's.
Yeah. Yay.
There's stuff
I
right
could
there.
see her with an ostrich too. Really. That's what's scary. Everybody's laughing like this is so funny. No, that's real. That's real life.
You want a llama? You can get a llama.
I don't want a llama.
Emu?
Just stop. Let's talk about Fear Fest
or a baby bull cow. They got everything down here. Pet gator, man. Look, that's what Scotty wants. He wants to get a pet alligator.
I don't want any kind of pet that might eat my foot.
It'll do more than eat your foot.
That's what they'll start there or somewhere.
Get a monkey and spank it.
We don't have emus in our neighborhood, Denise. We were going down the road one time. I don't know if I've told this story on here before, but we were going down the road one time.
That's you right there, Ernie. That is you right there, Ernie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Decapitated that poor giraffe.
Yeah. What happened to the giraffe? Well, it got decaffeinated on that overpass back there. But
she's saying y'all do have an emu in the neighborhood.
No, we're going down the road by Mike Lennox's restaurant, okay? And, we're talking, and then Denise is like, oh, an emu. And I said, what? She said, there was an emu back there. I said, there wasn't no damn emu back there. She said, I'm telling you, there was an emu back there. Just like that. So I turned around. We went back. There's a big turkey standing in the field. And I said, no, you saw a turkey. She said, no, I saw an emu. That was not there. I'm like, okay.
Yes, so you can have otter.
No, we had otters in the backyard day before yesterday, Beth. Because, right here on the river, we had otters going down the river right there behind the house. So Denise starts Googling otters and found out how vicious they are. And she said, no, we don't need otters. Otters will rip the shit out of you. Hello, Scott, Matt Barron. Good to see you, man.
Hey, Matt, how's it going, brother? Scott said he wants a skunk. Now, I was thinking about this long and hard. And I'm scared the shit out of people with this thing. I'm going to get me a black lab. And I'm just going to get me some iodine or something in pink. Just stain it and move down the middle of his back white. And that'll be the biggest freaking skunk you see coming around. I'm saying sick them.
Get you a panther, a black panther, and do that because I mean they just to me they're like a stinky cat. I mean, actually, skunks are some cute animals to be honest, but they
You
stink.
can actually have one as a pet. You just
Yeah,
have to get those glands clipped.
get the glands taken out,
Yeah.
And they make good pets. I've heard. I know some people
And
that have had them over the years. But
Denise she's saying it's a damn emu, and
it,
Bonnie's on here. She's like saying that no fighting. Denise, she's
yeah,
right.
Bonnie always takes Denise's side.
Oh, there it is.
We don't need a skunk, Denise. See, let's just change this. Let's get off of animals altogether because there's no telling what'll be in this house if this continues. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding y'all. Y'all think that all this stuff is jokes? That woman is serious. When she says we need a skunk, she'll be trying to find us a skunk. We passed one the other day over Fort Duffield, actually. And she was like, we need it. And I said, no.
That's the worst smell in the world, too, man. It's like when I worked for a beer company, them guys used to hit they call them pole cats. He'd hit them pole cats all the time, and they would drive them trucks in. And, oh, God, man, you can smell it all up in the firewall. Sometimes you even had to get a stick and pull them out of there.
Yeah.
And it ain't a pleasant smell whatsoever. It is the nastiest thing you ever want to smell. But they're cute little animals, though. They are cute.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but Jackie's saying she doesn't like the idea that we're going to be getting two more for a dog. We're going to help foster. Because July 3rd, I think it came across on my news break feed that said July 3rd was the hottest day on Earth, period. Before they even had records. I mean, that all over it's global. But it was like a bad thing. I mean, it's hot, and they've been having a lot of problems, a lot of issues keeping these animals cool down here because a lot of these cages are outside,
right
down here, so that it's and they don't have enough people volunteering that they go down there and help out keeping them cool and stuff like that. So it's bad. So that's why I don't believe in the puppy mills and all that stuff. I believe in rescue.
right
So that's why that's one of the nonprofits that we're trying to promote. Is help the fur babies. And I seen
I heard
these
on the
little
radio today that starting today there's a program called Empty the Shelters where all the animal shelters like that are within the family, I think it's the ASPCA family, they're all offering free adoptions for like the next week. And one of the big corporations funds it, and so they're waiving all adoption fees for like a week right now to empty shelters, which I think is kind of awesome. Yeah, Red was a rescue. He was actually a rescue straight off the street. He never even went to a shelter. We just found him running down the street with a bloody leg and took him home. And
that's the way to do it.
He's a jerk laying over in the floor over there.
Eats steak on a freaking fork.
Yeah.
He's better than Ernie.
He does. I can't even get a damn biscuit, as you well know.
I know. Ernie, how do you feel about lettuce and tomatoes and pickles and stuff? You eat that?
I'm
on a sandwich.
Vegetables will kill you. I'm telling you. Rabbits eat that stuff. How long do rabbits live? About 4 or 5 years.
Not around my house. I mean, they don't even last that long.
That's what I'm saying.
I usually like put them in a pot, fry them up a little bit.
They don't like
a little stew, maybe. That's good eating right there. Rabbit's good.
I don't do a whole lot of vegetables at all, really. I mean, like my cheeseburger is usually cheese. If I got some bacon, I'll throw some bacon on there and some mayo, and I'm good to go.
That's Jackie. Jackie's same way. They never put a bunch of rabbits to eat all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's the number one biggest seller. She's selling, because she works in the produce department. She said they sell a lot of bananas and they sell a lot of lettuce, and different types of romaine and stuff like that. She says it ain't nothing but a bunch of monkeys and rabbits that live around here. she won't eat vegetables either, and I have to kind of trick her into eating them.
I mean, certain vegetables I will eat, and they got to be like carrots. If if I get them little baby carrots and can dip them in some ranch, about like twice as much ranch as I got carrot, and
Yeah.
I can do that.
You don't eat peas and carrots?
No, peas will kill you.
Peas will kill you.
Peas will kill you.
I'll tell you what.
Peas. Look, you eat
got,
peas, and you got all these health. See, there you go.
That's because I lived a wild lifestyle when I was younger. I mean, I know what I did it to myself.
Hello, cowgirl. Anybody that I've missed over in the chat saying hello to, I'm sorry. Howard's been threatening me with more animal adoptions, it sounds like, so I've been a little distracted. But
damn, Steven got them damn chickens at his house. It looks like a giant penis on their head. Have you seen them chickens before?
I haven't seen his.
Oh my Lord! It looks like a big penis. The head looks like a big penis. It's the weirdest looking freaking chicken I've ever seen in my entire life. And man, what kind of eggs do these things lay?
Never heard of chickens. Never had.
You eat eggs, right? Do you eat eggs?
Yeah, I like eggs.
Fresh yard eggs?
I like eggs. It don't matter as long as they're fried hard or scrambled. I like them.
I'll tell you what, Jackie will not eat freaking yard eggs. They have to be white, chemically injected eggs in order for her to eat them damn eggs.
Denise doesn't eat eggs at all. She's like, you see right there, she got the puke face next to eggs.
Well, there you go. See that she don't eat eggs, you don't eat vegetables.
But I'll eat a salad with eggs on it. Both of us will.
Stuffed salad. Some meat now, mostly meat. There it is. They call the naked neck chicken.
Naked neck chickens. That's hard. That's kind of a tongue twister. Naked neck chickens.
Yeah. It looks like a big penis. It does look like penis with wings.
Yeah, Denise does have a strong dislike for eggs. I
love eggs, man. I love eggs.
I can hardly get her to cook them. It's terrible.
I mean, I like pickles.
We buy a dozen eggs around here, and they usually go bad before we're halfway through it. I mean, we just don't get them often enough, or don't eat them often enough.
Get you some corned beef and mix it with some eggs, man. Fry it up, man. Make a sandwich.
I don't like corned beef.
Oh, I love corned beef.
I mean, like a Reuben sandwich, something like that. I just don't like it. But
shit, this man here.
Yeah, Tudor's Biscuit World is originated in West Virginia, and of course, Denise is from West Virginia. And Biscuit World, Tudor's is awesome. It's awesome. There's this new place that's going around now called Biscuit Belly that people, because I'm Mr. Biscuit apparently. People send me ads and memes of biscuits every freaking day. And Biscuit Belly, everybody's like, oh, you got to try Biscuit Belly. So we went to Biscuit Belly a couple years ago after an investigation at Waverly, me, Denise, Todd, and Leanne. And Biscuit Belly was terrible. Sorry.
Now, wait. Now, I'm going back to the egg thing. Denise wants to get an ostrich. Now, that ostrich, you've seen the size of an ostrich egg? Them things are huge, man. They're huge.
Like a grapefruit.
And what are you going to do with all those ostrich eggs?
Throw them at people in my backyard trying to fish. Throw them at the people fishing in my backyard.
Oh, my
Get
God.
off my lawn.
Get a slingshot and just kind of pull it back and just shoot them at them.
Yeah. Catapult. Denise says we're going to have baby ostriches with the ostriches.
But they grow up. They grow up to more ostriches. That's going to be just going to hatch them.
Yeah. Now we're going to become ostrich breeders. See, this I came on here to talk about Fort Duffield and Fear Fest, and now I'm going to be an ostrich farmer. What the hell happened?
But you can make ostrich skin boots, man. That's a good looking boot.
I ain't got the talent to make boots. I'll wear a boot, but I can't make no damn boots. What are you talking about?
Send it off. You sell it. You send it off.
Sell it to somebody that's got talent.
Yeah, so just sell it to hide.
I can do that.
Shit. Look, Tim says leave him for Bigfoot.
Hey, you never know. He might like it. I know he likes raspberry filled Krispy Kreme donuts. No,
Can
that's
you imagine the spirits in your house being all Civil War and stuff like that, and seeing an ostrich for the first time just strutting around in your backyard?
You guys got to see the size of this chicken back here.
Oh, that'd be a mean ass fried chicken dinner right there, boy. I don't think Denise will let you kill them damn birds.
She wouldn't let me. She wants pigs. I'm like, okay.
We got pigs. We got pigs.
I'm like, okay, bacon. She's like, no, pigs. Tutu.
Exactly what I said. Bacon.
And I'm like, no. Country ham. She's like, no, tutu.
I got one that's well over 500 pounds in the backyard right now.
Lord have mercy. You gonna
I go
roast
out there
him
and
for Fear Fest?
I'll look at that thing and measure it. Ham.
Cook him in the ground for Fear Fest. Feed us all.
Ribs. Man, look, I got a whole bunch of things planned out for this pig. I'll take the head and ball it down, make hog head cheese. I don't care. I'll eat the whole pig. I won't eat the tongue. Oh Lord, there it is. Oh, but they taste good. Yeah, we got to. Denise, you're gonna be off at work one day, and you're gonna have these pigs in the backyard. And come back home, and Ernie's gonna have a nice ham dinner laid out for you when you get home. Some potato salad.
I would be dinner the next day. Denise would have me with an apple in my mouth on the freaking dining room table the next day, all roasted up if I cooked one of her pigs.
Oh, Ernie will be a single man too.
See, we need to change the subject because she'll start dwelling on this in her head and find a reason to be mad at me for the next week, like I've already killed her pig or something.
Yeah, I'm good right now. Jackie's got a broke toe, supposedly. I'm letting her go with the broke toe, and I'm just letting her be back there.
Now run her right now. Yeah.
That's right. You can deal with her. She'll start on my ass, and I'll say, "Oh, baby, how's that toe doing?" "Oh, let me tell you about my toe." I'll let her go on about the toe. I'll watch TV while she's talking about it.
But no, getting back to the fort, though, we are starting to sell out the Saturday dates for the rest of the year. I got to looking on the calendar because I had a couple people today that were asking about available dates, and they all wanted Saturdays. And I got to looking between us being at Fear Fest, us being at the Gettysburg Bash, us being in Salem, and the other events and things that we're doing for the rest of the year. We're down to, I'm going to say 10 or less Saturdays for the rest of the year that are available. So if folks are looking to book Fort Duffield and you want a Saturday, you need to message me ASAP, because that's the only way to get tickets or to book an event or a tour or an investigation is to message me. And like I say, we are running out of Saturday dates, and I know that's, the prime date that everybody, or prime day of the week that everybody wants. But yeah.
Oh, and since Denise is on here, and Ernie asked me about this already, there's a couple of things we haven't done for the Fear Fest thing, and Denise was Ernie called me a couple of nights ago, and I did reach out to Brian Kane and Kristen Day, and waiting to hear back from them. So we're gonna try to have some witch stuff here.
Yeah, Brian and Christian are well known in the witch community, and they're there in New Orleans most of the year. They've also got a place in Salem, and they're up there for the Witches Circle in Salem every year. And they've got a huge following. So if you could get them for Fear Fest, that would help. I guarantee you'd have a lot of traffic just by adding them. So that'd be cool.
And they're native New Orleanians too. I mean, they're from New Orleans, so I mean,
yep.
A lot of people really, a lot of people enthused about this thing. You need to get some witch Invite them up there to Fort Duffield.
Well, if they ever come up this way, we'll try to drag them up to the fort. We'll see what we can do. We'll try to corral them this year at the Witches Circle in Salem and see if we can drag them up there. If we don't see them at Fear Fest, if we see them at Fear Fest between now and then, though, we'll do that.
Even if you don't see them at Fear Fest, we'll go to their shop. We'll stalk them out.
Yeah, we'll go over there and say, hey.
Your ass over here now.
Yeah.
I'll just let Denise go on them. I mean, get them, Denise. That's right. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, so you got the Fort Duffield. And I want to hear more about this event that you got going on. Besides all your great cooking that you're going to be doing. Hot dogs and hamburgers. You got to get some pork and beans in there too. Some baked beans.
We'll have some baked beans. We'll have some potato salad and probably some cookies, brownies, some kind of dessert.
Yeah, just something that you put in the package or something that's won't go bad on you.
Yeah.
But do you eat potato salad? I know you don't eat vegetables. That's potato.
I'm very picky about potato salad. If I'll try it, and if it just don't sit right with me, I'll start with a very small portion. You know what I mean? And see how it
give
goes
a little
down.
taste, a little sample, right?
Yeah.
How about your baked beans?
I love me some baked beans.
That's a bean. That's a vegetable.
Beans they won't kill you. Beans are good.
They'll blow you up, man. You can die of a fart gas thing.
I mean, it takes gas to go, doesn't it? So there you go. Yeah, like Denise says, most potato salad has onion in it. And if
I don't put onions in mine.
If I taste a raw onion, I'm done. I can handle a well cooked onion, but
I put potato salad. Of course, you got your egg and your mayonnaise. I put a little mustard in mine. Also, I use what they call Italian olive salad. It's olives that are cut up, and some Italian blending it with olive oil, and I'll put some of that in there, and it gives a really good flavor to the potatoes.
Mm-hmm. I might if you make us some potato salad when we're down there, I might have to try some. I am picky. I like stuff that won't kill me, Steven.
I'll eat anything. I don't give a shit. I'll try at least once. I mean, I'm picky about.
I mean, we're gonna have the cookout. We're gonna, everybody's gonna meet at the pavilion at 8:00. We'll get signed in. I'll have the grill fired up, or we'll already have the food prepared. Whatever. Everybody can grab them a plate, mill around, meet and greet with one another, and then we'll go up to the fort to the readout there, like I said, by the fire pit, and we can have Q&A with Squatchman, Todd Leanne, myself and Denise, and our guests. And then we'll tell some stories. And then we'll do a little tour of the fort and the cemetery up there. There's basically two locations. You got the fort on one ridge, and then over on the next ridge is where the memorial cemetery and the mass grave is. We'll go over there and check all that stuff out. Squatchman will pick out a place to have a gifting stump for the forest people. We'll put out some donuts and other goodies for the forest people, see if they'll come up and take them. And then we'll.
I'm just letting you know now. If I'm with y'all,
some bigfooting, and
I'm telling you now, if you're going out there and you're going to this gifting stump and you're putting out donuts and stuff, and I'm with y'all, I'm gonna be going, and all that's gonna be going too.
Think about it. Do you want to piss off a Bigfoot?
If it comes to biscuits, for donuts and shit, I'll piss a Bigfoot off.
He will throw you off that hill.
But I'll be full and happy.
And that's a good drop off the top of that hill.
That's good.
Stone Quarry right there.
But the thing is, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. I've had to.
Really dive with it.
I'll be following with two donuts in each hand. I'll just be going
As he's going down. Still chewing.
Let's see. Ernie Pack and Ernie Dish Pack. I'll eat anything that won't eat me, and if you can't eat it, there you go.
Well, No, the bedroom
Yeah.
door did not open again last night, but we had the door to the Rose room slammed shut in the middle of the night.
Really?
We've got a door, like our bedroom was attached to the old nursery in this house. There's a smaller bedroom that's attached to our bedroom, and the door between our room and that nursery, the last couple of nights Denise was home, opened sometime during the middle of the night, both nights, wide open, and it latches securely. So we don't know who's going in that door in the middle of the night, but
I might piss you off when I say this, but I'm gonna have to ask you this question. Think it was a demon?
it had to be. It had to be a demon. We have demons in our house. No, in all seriousness, there is a freakish amount of flies that were
We'll talk about that.
on a window in our kitchen the last couple of days. I'm talking a freakish Amityville horror kind of amount of flies on this one particular window.
Have you debunked it yet?
Any reason for it? I have no reason for it. I've killed the flies. I mean,
well, let me give you maybe this might help you. Is that in the back of your house?
It's on the side.
And that's facing one of those rivers?
No.
Because that's one thing that water would do, stagnated water and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, you're going to have a lot of
on the
flies.
side. I mean, the river, it's two huge rivers that come together behind the house.
Right.
I mean, they're not like little streams. You got the Ohio River and the Salt River. I mean, Salt River is about maybe 300 yards wide. The Ohio River is a mile wide or so.
And you said you have otters that's by your house, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you don't think maybe one of those otters,
like Denise said, they're inside the house. They're not outside the house.
Well, maybe you don't think maybe one of those otters, because they burrow holes and shit too, don't they? They might have burrowed a hole underneath the house and maybe died up. One of them may died up in there.
That's what I was thinking. But these are inside the house, and we don't leave the doors open very. I mean, we did have that cookout the other day, and people were in and out quite a bit. But
you have to have some kind of ventilation in there. You have to have some kind of ventilation in there. I mean, there's got to be air exchange in that house somewhere.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you got air coming out of the wall right here, but the flies aren't coming out there. They're at a window. I don't know. I just can't. I can't figure it out. But
you'd be surprised. I mean, if you got like,
you
have central. You got central air and heat in your house.
Yeah.
So they could get in your duct work. You might have a hole in your duct work somewhere. I mean, I would try to debunk it.
That's my first inclination, is that there was something that died in the crawl space or something.
Yeah.
And then, flies wound up getting in through the ductwork somehow. But it's just, I'm telling you, this is a freakish amount of flies.
Well, maybe you need to get Zach Baggins out there.
Yeah, we need to get Zach in. I'm sure he can find it.
Maybe Carl can help you out with that.
Yeah. No, it's this house though. It is very active, and it's
huge, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful home.
Yeah, we love it here, and the views out back are incredible. It's a dream come true for us. I mean, this is our dream home. We wanted something that was historic.
It's got everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
the room I'm in right now, we call it the murder room. There was someone murdered here in the 1880s in this room. So we're it's our kind of place. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm
No, it's perfect for a paranormal investigator. I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah.
You won't even have to leave your own house to do investigating. You can just do it right there in your kitchen or something.
Yeah, we could. You can't see the room though, because I always hang this banner up, so you can't see how.
Well, that's what he's promoting, Pac-Man Paranormal.
Exactly. People don't know who I am. They don't know me. I gotta have that sign there. It's like this is who this. I'm that guy. I'm him.
Yeah, that's right. Why doesn't it say Denise and Ernie Pack? Why does it say Ernie and Denise Pack?
Because I made the banner.
I get that question from her all the time. I mean, I'll put Howard and Jackie. Why isn't it Jackie and Howard?
It's.
I don't know. I'll just put it that
It
way.
goes back, it's like Ozzy and Harriet. Why wasn't it Harriet and Ozzy?
There it is.
No, I could not leave your name off altogether because Pac-Man Paranormal is the two of us.
That's right. And he loves you and you love him.
So there.
There. Put your foot down. Steven, get you some rest, brother. I seen you with your messaging, man. Get you some rest. Most definitely.
Yeah, that fella works his tail off.
No, everybody works their tail off. I mean, I've tried calling you. I know you working. You're back there cutting trees down last week.
Yeah. Today I've been pressure washing. Pressure washing the brick. We got brick walkway out front, and then a brick walkway that runs all the way down the side of the house.
Like a
That has
freaking
been
walking
cleaned and
billboard.
God knows how long, so I've been cleaning that.
You're using that chemical, but I usually use it's like bleach. I use bleach because down here you have a lot of mold. I mean, that's all you're battling is mold. It's so damn humid and so much humidity. So I mean, especially during summer months, oh God, the mold count goes up big time.
Well, I mean,
so if you're not using that,
we're right here on the river, so
you got two rivers right there. Yeah, you got a lot of humidity coming up through that way.
Yeah. So
that ought to be pretty for you, man. That ought to be beautiful. Like especially in Kentucky, man, you get a nice snowfall in wintertime, and you get those you got the rivers passing right there by you and stuff like that. That's some.
Yeah.
You can go out there and take, Christmas card shots after.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it in the snow. I mean, we haven't been here a little over a month and haven't seen that. So,
oh Lord, Lisa's still on the kick about you being a walking billboard.
I used to drive race cars, and so that's kind of you got to advertise, right? I mean, it's like I want to thank my Goodyear Eagles and my Coca-Cola for
Pillsbury right there.
Yeah, the Ricky Bobby thing,
That's right.
Call out all
baby Jesus, little infant child, baby like Jesus.
Yeah.
Not the old Jesus, not the hippie Jesus.
No.
Sweet innocent.
I like my Jesus. What was it that the other fellow said? Wearing a Leonard Skinner shirt. What was I forget? Because I like to party, and I like my Jesus to party too.
That's right. The tuxedo shirt. I'd be fine.
Sponsor your race cars, Steven. I have no money to sponsor a race car right now. Now, if we can sell some investigations at the Ford and sell some tickets to these events, maybe I'll have a little bit of jingle. I don't know, but most of that money is going back into the Ford. So
they got that dirt track racing back here now. They're trying to get it started back up, and not too far away from me. I like to go to them damn dirt track. I mean, I think it's more fun. Honestly,
I like I like racing in general. I'm not a fan of drag racing. We got a drag strip right up the road that is loud when you're sitting out back. You're constantly hearing the drag races. But I raced back in the day at some local tracks around here, and worked on other race teams. And I like racing.
I did that with APBA, the American Power Boat Association. And that was back when I was younger. We used to race boats, man, and that was fun.
Yeah.
Only thing you see in a boat is just a prop touching the water. That's all you see. The whole boat's out of the water. I mean, this thing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. There's a they have a thing not too far from here in Madison, Indiana, called the Madison Regatta, where they have, like the Miss Budweiser and all the big hydroplanes and everything that race. And it's kind of a pipe dream of mine to try to spearhead some kind of effort to get a powerboat race here at West Point on the river. I think
it's a calm river.
What's that?
It's a calm, flat river. You'd be able to do it. The only thing that we have a problem with is maybe logs, underwater logs and stuff like that. You make sure all that's cleared out.
Yeah, it can get rough. And there's a lot of debris that floats down the Ohio, when there's been rain. But if you get a decent stretch of weather, that Madison Regatta usually goes off. Sometimes they'll have to delay it because of high water or something, but it's usually a big draw for the town. And I think that'd be a really good thing to bring here to West Point.
Steven's asking to send a picture of yourself, just your headshot.
He's got that beautiful picture of me nearly topless.
And just put that on the hood of the car.
Almost shows nipple, I think. You could just put that on the hood of the car, or just do a whole wrap of the whole car.
Well, right where the nipples go, that's where the headlights would go. So you just put it like that.
There you go. And then my face up on the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a sharp looking car then.
Yeah. Yep. You'd be a fan favorite, I guarantee it.
Oh my Lord. Oh. So how many is this going to be on the Spirit Squatch and stories around the campfire? Is that going to be like an annual event, or is that just a one-time?
Well, this is our first one. We're just kind of dipping our toes in the water to see how this goes.
Like a soft launch.
Yeah. We're trying to. We got a lot of people, a lot of friends in the community that we'd like to do events with, and we're just trying to get our feet wet and make sure that we do it right. That's why we did this first one with Greg and Todd and Leanne, because the five of us are like family, and we know we work well with one another, and so I think that's the best way to get started with hosting events up there. But we're going to try to do more, and who knows? I mean, if we have crazy Bigfoot activity, we might have Squatchman night once a month at the fort going forward or something. But
you do something like I got an idea for you. Set up like because it's a fort and all that, and sort of like a Civil War theme, like they have the old Civil War tents.
Mm-hmm. Like a reenactment.
Well, yeah, but just have it like when people can come out there and actually stay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take money. The fort, as the fort sits, the fort has needs for repairs and, improvements as it is. There's not running water up there right now. We've got some outhouses up there that are our facilities. We don't have running water. We don't have electricity. We don't have a good-sized shelter if it starts to rain. Not up at the fort. Now there's there's a big pavilion down at the bottom of the hill, but up at the fort itself, there's not a good shelter to get in out of the weather. So that's one of the things that we're working with the city and the group that has the volunteers that does the improvements and maintenance up there. The Friends of Fort Duffield's what they're called. We're working with them they're asking us what our needs are, and we're trying to answer those questions and then try to look at what their needs are and what we can, try to direct donations and things like that toward.
Was Fort Duffield a historical site?
Yes. Yeah, it's a
why don't you reach out to the government?
Well, the city has, and that right now the primary need is to improve the road going back to the fort. And I talked to the mayor yesterday. I was up there doing some weed eating, and the mayor came by. He was with a paving company and for representatives of a paving company. And supposedly he's got the wheels turning to get grant money to have a new road put in. which that's going to be a major plus because right now it's full of potholes and rough and jagged to get back to the fort.
So like
And,
driving in New Orleans.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, it's baby steps right now. You know, I mean, there's so many needs right now that it's going to take a lot of money. And this town is, if I was dressed like a Confederate general, I would be the enemy at Fort Duffield. Fort Duffield was a Union fort. This was a Southern sympathizing town, but you had a bunch of reservists that were mostly teenagers that were called up to active duty when they weren't expecting to be called to active duty. But when the war broke out, they called them to active duty and sent them down to this Southern sympathizing town where they weren't wanted. And they were scared to death. They were
I can
from
only imagine.
mostly the 9th Michigan. A lot of them were from Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin. And so, yeah, a Confederate general would not be welcome at Fort Duffield. I might get stuff thrown at me. Might be
No,
like,
that's from the soldiers now, but it's a Southern sympathizing town. You might have been actually.
oh, I could run for mayor, maybe, but
I got news for you right here. I live in. I mean, you can't get no more Southern than outside of New Orleans. And it was right after the Civil War. We go to the Mandeville Cemetery a lot. Done a lot of research for this place.
mm-hmm.
And one of the mayors right after the Civil War was a Union soldier.
Mm-hmm.
He was a lieutenant in the Union Army.
Yeah.
And this was right after the war. And he ran for mayor and won.
Mm-hmm.
But this is all Confederate territories. So, I mean, how in the hell did this guy win? Had no idea, unless he was put in that position.
Was it a rigged election? Who knows?
Oh, there it is. There's another one.
Yeah, she does have that Civil War boyfriend. I mean,
I know.
she heard that EVP of him whistling at her, but he's always playing with her hair. I've actually seen him manifest behind her while he was playing with her hair once. So, yeah.
You got to put it in that shit. Living with dad, you just don't have no other man come in your house. That's what you want.
I need to put my foot down. Tim says his great-great-grandfather served in the 1st Kentucky Cav for the Union. That's pretty cool. 1st Kentucky Cav, I believe, was defending the bridge or fighting for the bridge over Green River down in at the Battle of Bacon Creek. He might have been in that battle. Denise picked up on that, one of her gifts that she doesn't like to talk about, but we were down there at the site of the Battle of Bacon Creek, and she kept telling me, I'm seeing Union soldiers down here in this bottom. I said, no, this was a Confederate camp. And she's like, I'm telling you, I'm seeing Union soldiers down here. I looked it up, and sure enough, the Union attacked from right through there. So there were Union soldiers there where she was saying she was seeing. But
Steven just asked, is someone beating a snare drum in the background?
no.
Believe it or not, this is all where I live at. It's all Indian burial ground all around. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't hear a drum beating. I mean, I've walked outside and seen some serious weird shit before. Different. I mean, when it's hot and there's no fog or no mist. I mean, it's just humid, and all of a sudden, a damn mist has just come out. Just one little patch. It's just like weird, crazy.
Yeah.
His name was Matthew Taggart.
Well, need to research him and see if he was at Bacon Creek. Because as soon as you said that, there you go. Denise says she doesn't hear drum on her end. I'll tell you, though, a couple weeks ago, Denise's dad came in from West Virginia to visit, and he was going to stay with us, but I think the ghosts got to him or something, and he decided to go get a motel room. But he came back the next morning so we could go eat. And
so you can eat, though. He's going to come back to eat, though.
Yeah, back so we go to IHOP or I forget. But anyway, he came back, and as he got out of the truck, we heard like Civil War era music. It was like banjo. It was like we heard that music. He heard it. I heard it. Denise heard it, and it was just coming from everywhere around us, and we couldn't figure out where that was. I don't know. I don't know what that was all about, but we did hear that. All three of us clearly heard it. I mean, there was no question about it. We all checked our phone to make sure we didn't have some kind of random ass video playing or something. But no, it was
I got news for you. If I'm coming to Kentucky or Virginia, I hit banjo community. I'm out of there.
Well, you go to West Virginia, you don't want to hear that. Mm-mm. Nope. You don't want to hear dueling banjos for sure.
No, yeah, Deliverance. I mean, I'm out of there fast and chicken stick. I ain't squealing for nobody. I'm telling you that. Hey, David, how's it going, man?
Who's that? Who's
David
that?
Hope.
Hello, David. Yes, it was filmed in Georgia, but it was about West Virginia, Denise.
Your neck of the woods. Look at them. You know that was
it's like Wrong Turn was based. It was filmed in Kentucky, but it was based in West Virginia. Why they do that?
Tim wants to know you're living on the river that they filmed Deliverance on.
No, that was in Georgia. But
you want to see what's his name? His name now.
Ned Beatty.
Yeah, Ned Beatty.
Ned Beatty is actually from Louisville.
And he made a story about that. He made a movie about it. I guess he has firsthand experience. I don't know.
Quit it.
Burt Reynolds. There you go. Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Denise, who was that guy you sent the picture? I think I was trying to go back and try to remember. She sent me the two names that was earlier. David and Kristen. Who was it? David? No, not David.
Brian and Christian.
Brian and Kristen. But she sent me a picture of some other guy. Andrew Lee Potts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Winter Soldier guy.
No, that's Sebastian Stan. That's the one that. Remember the picture of him holding up a sign that said "Help me" with Denise clinging to him?
Oh yeah.
No, that's the guy that plays the Winter Soldier in the Marvel movies. Denise stalks him, and he knows her
training orders and everything.
He's scared of her. She's actually had cupcakes with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew Lee Potts would be a good one to ask about coming to Fear Fest. He would.
I have to look into it. I mean, I think I've got plenty right now because that's one of them. I'm just waiting on confirmation on those other ones, and I think that would be a lot. Because I've asked around, and everybody knows who these people are. They've seen them in the movie with the shows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can't beat that with a stick. I mean, you have two girls that both played in Horror Story. No, Walking Dead, and then I don't know if it was one or both of them played in Hunger Games. So I mean, they're well known in that aspect.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing pretty good with that. For a soft launch, anyway. I mean, that's what I'm going through the same thing, Ernie. I'm just soft launching this thing. It's a big soft launch, but it's a soft launch.
You got to dip your toe in the water and see what works and what doesn't work, and learn so that the next time around you can do it bigger and better.
We plan on doing it bigger next year. Bigger anyway.
Yeah.
Instead of having just night concerts, we're going to do all day concerts because they're going to build an amphitheater out where they should be finished by the end of this year.
Cool.
And that way we can have all day music events for 3 days, just like it would be for Jazz Fest.
Cool. That would be good. I mean, I'm looking forward to being a part of it. I can't wait. Next week we're going to be in Gettysburg for the Gettysburg Bash, and we're going to have a booth up there for Fort Duffield. And then we got Fear Fest coming up. So
we got a couple of festivals going on at the same time as Fear Fest. I didn't know that.
Really?
I know there's one or two of them that's going down, but they're not as big. I mean, they're just I know one of them. I think one of them was kind of big, but it's not as big. But one of them was kind of like a small Paracon type thing. Wasn't a festival like we're doing. Yeah, it's always. And I know what you're going through, Ernie. So let me know. Maybe I can help you out with some of the things you might have to look for. I know it's not as big as but maybe later on for the future events that you have down there. Raise more money for the fort.
Yeah, we're eventually we're going to do things where we have vendor booths and food trucks and all those things involved. But for right now, we're just kind of starting with something that we can manage ourselves without having too many different moving parts. Because, like I said, the fort is very primitive. There's limited access to get up the hill actually to the fort. I mean, it's a one-lane road, so you have to have someone at the top of the hill saying, "Okay, there's a car coming down. We can't let anybody up right now." You know what I'm saying? So there's there's a lot of
I know exactly what you're saying.
A lot of things like that. Just trying to keep tapered off right now to make sure that we can manage it, and then we'll see if we can go bigger next time or not.
Well, that's the only thing that's going back to where we're going. For the Fear Fest, it's a 2-lane highway coming and going. That's 190. It's U.S. highway. And to get back to the place, it's a 2-lane highway. It's a 2-lane road. And we're guesstimating from projected for a lot of feedback that we're getting for being a first-time event. And we're trying to guesstimate it, and we still can't. And the numbers that we keep coming up with is going to be anywhere from 5,000 to 30,000.
Yeah.
So we don't know. We don't know. They have what they call a Rougarou Festival. It's in Houma. It's going to be a couple of weeks before, a couple of weeks after Fear Fest, and they're already estimating 30,000 for that thing. So I don't know how many people is going to be coming in for this thing. It's hard to guesstimate how what we're going to be selling.
Who is that said hi, hey, lovely Howard and Ernie with Erine misspelled?
That is Miss Nikki Cameron from Australia.
Nikki, why is my name misspelled, and why is my name not capitalized, and why is he lovely and I'm just Ernie? I'm kidding.
Because I'm pretty.
I'm pretty.
You are. You're gorgeous. You ain't pretty. You're gorgeous.
Lord help me.
Denise don't want to tell people. You're a trophy husband. Hell, you know this.
Yeah, it's true.
This is true. See, that's what I'm saying. You cannot deny the facts.
I can't escape who I am. I can't escape who I am.
That is the facts of the whole thing. What is that? You was hoping it was Eileen Jones. LOL. No, I don't want to know Eileen Jones. God, she's gonna be there.
Lord.
Just gonna say Eileen's sick. And
I can tolerate her for a couple of days. I can tolerate her.
The next state over. I don't know. She lives the next state over, and I can't even tolerate it. That close.
Can you smell her from there? No. We don't need to summon her. Steven, you didn't tag her in that comment, did you? Did he tag her in that?
I don't know.
Because then she'll be popping in. Say something smart if he did.
I would not. He can actually smell. Yeah, that's true. That's why we stay down to the lower coastline.
Yeah,
Mississippi. I don't go further north. I stay maybe not even midway, because once I pass that Louisiana, I probably would. Yeah. Come on,
oh no.
Yeah, there ain't no kidding
Fear
with that.
Fest is going to be a lot of fun. Anybody that is on the screen right now in the chat watching, if you haven't made plans to attend Fear Fest, try to do so. It's going to be a good time.
And I'm planning on. I want to go to Fort Duffield.
Well, yeah.
Well, hopefully by the end of this year we'll be able to do something.
That'd be great. I mean, we'd love to have you up here. I'd give you the VIP treatment. And
Very immense penis.
that wasn't what I was thinking, but whatever. But no, we're really hoping that this word about Fort Duffield gets out and folks realize that it's a hidden gem, that it's a new location. You know, a lot of these, I'm not saying anything bad about any of the locations that are, you know, commercial locations that have been around for years, because they're successful, and they've been around for years because they're awesome locations. But I just think it's cool to check out a new place that you know, hasn't been beaten to death with investigators.
Right.
And to maybe be the lucky person to catch, you know, that iconic evidence from that location.
Yeah, well, I mean, look right there. That's proof right there. Boom.
Yeah. I mean, it's that's the first real solid piece of evidence that we caught at the fort, and
that you can't beat that. I mean, and Tim, yeah, I'm gonna try to come to Chrissy's wedding. Try to come. That's 2 weeks before Fair Fest. I got to see what's happening, how far along this thing is, and how much I can get done before. But if I do, I'll be coming to Indiana. It'll probably just be me, because Jackie doesn't fly, and I'll probably have to stay there just overnight, come and go to the wedding, and it might be 2 days. Just fly in that night, go to the wedding, and then fly out the next morning. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that and visit everybody up there in Indiana. With Kentucky, I mean, that's not that bad of a drive, and that's what I had to do. So Jackie's gonna want to go, and I'm gonna have to drive up there, and then it's like getting all these animals taken care of while I'm gone. So that's a whole big another thing in itself. So I mean, they gotta eat, and, you know, drink and be walked and everything else, and that's what's holding me back on that. So we already got 6 dogs, and we'd be pretty much be doing fostering 2 more, I'm thinking, tomorrow. So
it's a lot of dog poop. A lot of dog poop to deal with.
A lot of fertilizer.
Yeah.
A lot of it I bag up in little paper bags. Send them out as for Christmas. Put a little glitter on it.
Yeah. If I get a gift from Howard, I'll be expecting it to be Crystal's hot sauce or something. Open it up, and there it is. Dog poop. Thanks, Howard.
When you come down for Fair Fest, we go to Sam's Club and shit, you get your whole case of freaking Crystal hot sauce for like $10.
Well, I might need to do that. Like I say, you can't find it around here anywhere. I've looked, and I can't find it around here. It's good.
I like it. It's not spicy. It's got a good flavor. You remember at Fear Fest? I mean, we did in Kansas. I sat down there. I was just chugging that stuff.
When you gave me that, remember, I took a big swig of it. I liked it. I mean, it was good.
It's not spicy. It's got a good flavor to it.
It's
enough to get a little pepper.
Yeah, Denise doesn't fly either. When we went to Vegas last year before last now, I guess, I don't know. That was a nightmare trying to get her on the plane to go out there. Thank God we flew nonstop, because I think she would have just taken a cab from wherever we had a layover at if we didn't have a nonstop flight. But she was.
I couldn't get Jackie close to the airport. I wouldn't be able to get her near airport. It
was a rough ride going to the airport. Todd Leanescu can tell you. Charlie Mattingly can tell you. He gave us a ride to the airport that morning, and the whole car was shaking. Denise's knees were knocking. She was not feeling it, but we made it. She survived.
I'm about to give her about 10
She actually walked right up on the plane coming home without acting like she was going to die from it. So
that's Jackie. She's scared to death. If I would have to bring her on a plane, I would have to give her about 3 or 4 Klonopins and a Seroquel,
bottle of
tranquilizer.
Yeah, Tim, I'm with you. I love flying. I mean,
I've never flown. Me
I
personally,
love
I've
the
flown one
thought.
time.
I love the thought of, you know, being halfway across the country in a couple hours, you know, and not having to sit in a car and drive and deal with traffic and all that crap
Right.
that goes along with it. Just go sit back, enjoy the view out the window, and
But that's the thing.
enjoy
That's
the
the thing.
speed.
If you're going just on a trip, that's one thing. But if you like us being paranormal investigators, you go into these different events and everything, and you're going to do investigations. You're not going to want to put your equipment on a plane. It's going to cost you a small fortune just to get it
Yeah,
on the plane.
yeah,
So it's the best thing to do is to drive.
yeah, yeah.
That's the only way you can really afford it.
I agree.
Especially if you kind of like if you want to sell crystals and stuff. You know how
Yeah,
heavy those rocks can get.
exactly. Yeah,
Man,
yeah. I don't know, you take a couple boxes of merchandise with you to go to a Paracon or something like that, and you fly. You just spent an extra $300 or $400 right there. Whatever you're going to make on merchandise, you just paid for it in baggage.
and then you don't even know if it's even going to make it because
Yeah,
that shit gets
be
lost
there
too.
when you get there or not. Yeah, yeah, it's true.
I tell people UPS that shit. You know, that'd be the best way to do it.
You UPS it ahead of time.
That's what a lot of people are asking me now. You know, it's like they want to send stuff and they want to fly, fly in, or if they just, whatever, and they got stuff that they want to bring, and they ask me where can they send it at. They want to send it to my house. This ain't a storage facility. I ain't got enough room for all this shit. They want to send it. I could put it in my carport out back, but I mean,
Right.
that's going to be out in the weather. I mean, I don't know how much
Yeah,
good
you're
it's going to
probably
do.
gonna wind up having to rent you a storage shed just for the stuff
But
that's coming in.
I'm pretty sure that if they, whatever hotel that they're staying at, you can, call them up and ask what kind of arrangements you can actually send it to that hotel.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Because I think I've made arrangements for our guests who are going to be staying at the Hilton. So
Yeah, that's we've got the presidential suite, right? That's what you reserved for us, right?
Paris Hilton suite.
Okay. I'm good.
It's a nice hotel. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice hotel. We did pick up some new sponsors for us. I mean, I was telling Ernie about this earlier. We did pick up Whole Foods supermarket, and we're picking up Coca-Cola. So that's what you need to do, Ernie. You need to go out there and get you some sponsors, man. Hunt you down some big corporate sponsors and tell them this is what you're doing and it's for a good cause and stuff like that. And
yeah,
a lot of these people, that's a tax write-off.
I do need to talk to somebody that's got a lot of experience with that as far as getting sponsors. And like I said, I used to drive race cars, and I mean, my sponsors were the pizza place that I ate at all the time, the place where I bought my tires, and my brother-in-law's body shop where I kept my car. Those were my sponsors because I didn't know how to go out and find sponsors.
I like that.
Oh yeah, they do have the Ernie Pack suite. I forgot about that. Every Hilton has one of those now.
They do.
Ever since I served Paris cocktails when she was here for the Derby a few years ago, she started putting those Ernie Pack suites in all of her motels. So yeah.
The only thing I don't know how to do is I got people flying in and stuff, and I mean I have my Suburban, but that Suburban is my tool truck. I mean, it's a man's truck. I mean, it has 3 rows of seating, but I took 1 row out so I could put my miter saws and stuff like that when I was doing handyman work and stuff like that to keep it out of the weather because I didn't want to put it in the back of a pickup truck.
Right.
That way it stays dry and everything. Because down here in Louisiana, you never tell. A storm will just pop up in a heartbeat, so you got to keep your stuff dry. So there a lot of people asking, like, they're going to be coming in and flying in. So how do you get them from the airport to a hotel? I'm saying, well, and ask me what
you can't pay for your own Uber if I mean, if Howard's buying your dang hotel room,
Well, I'm looking into the
air,
enterprise right now, and I could do what they call a corporate account, and
yeah,
try to do a corporate account for the foundation and everything, and let people get a car rental at a discount. You don't have to pay that high dollar for a rental. And then some people that are going to be, it's not many people that are coming in that we're paying for that flights and stuff, and uh, thinking about just renting maybe a Tahoe or a Suburban or something like that, a bigger
shuttle
vehicle. That
people.
way I could put their luggage in there and actually shuttle them back and forth.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, but then you got to find somebody who can do that because you're going to be busy dealing with people that are arriving. You know.
well that's the thing. Everybody's going to pretty much start coming in on Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
except I think y'all coming in on that Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm gonna have people coming in on that Thursday, the ones that we get, our guest speakers, and then uh, pretty much everybody's going to be leaving out either that Sunday. I'm paying for all the way up. I think I'm paying for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights for the stays of 4 days, 3 nights a stay. Um, and everybody be flying out that Sunday unless they have something else they want, unless they ask uh, and try to work something in that way.
Right. Right.
But, yeah, that's why I'm gonna have to get with everybody on that stuff. I mean, that's it's just a pain in the ass, Ernie. It's just so much to do,
There's,
so much.
there's a lot of moving parts in any of this stuff. I mean, we put
I mean,
on.
you could basically you got the your event, and it's basically that's what I'd love to do. I mean, it's basic, it's simple, it's and you got the food, you got what you're going to be doing there. I'm coordinating vending booths, I'm coordinating concerts, I'm
Yeah.
coordinating investigations, I'm coordinating nonprofits, different nonprofits that are coming in and stuff like that, and it's just God, it's like 3 events in one.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean. I mean, we put on a few bigger events for the Save Waverly movement,
I
and
know.
Denise handled most of the planning that went into those things. And people don't think about all of the little things that go into something like that. I mean, our events were outdoor events, and we had to have porta potties. We had to have garbage cans. We had to have people that handled parking. We had to have people that handled, worked the gate to check people in. All of those little things that people, then, you've got limited parking. So we had to have a place for the vendors to come and set up and then park that was convenient to their booth in case they needed to go back to their car for more merchandise or whatever, or anything at all. I mean, all those little things that people don't think about when they go to these events that someone has to plan and prepare for, that can become a real headache for the person
Big
organizing
time headache.
or people organizing it. And it can cause you to dang near have a stroke, right, Howard?
No. It puts you in a hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can drive you crazy.
I can imagine what y'all went through with the Waverly thing. I mean, I tried whatever I could do to help out.
Oh,
I know there's a lot more.
I mean, there's a lot of folks on the screen here who had a lot to do with helping with that case or that cause.
Now it's helping Fort Duffield.
Well,
I
still, support Waverly Hills 100%. Tina and Charlie are back where they belong. They're running the show up there now, and all the bad apples have been removed, and Waverly is getting back to being Waverly again. And maybe someday Denise and I will be back up there. But
that's one cause that they already got it. That's done.
That's done. Now
that's Fort Duffield
to try to save Fort Duffield and restore it to what it needs to be. They don't have a cannon at the fort. Who ever heard of a Civil War fort without a cannon? And we've kind of got this little pipe dream of a mission to figure out a way to get a cannon at Fort Duffield.
Bring a flatbed.
Well, there's got to be a cannon to get it to put on the flatbed. We've got to find one somewhere and find someone willing to donate or, sell one at a reasonable price or loan it.
Louisiana. This is Louisiana. This is Louisiana. You know how many Civil War battles and stuff that's been left behind and stuff like that, these cannons and forts and all that stuff all over. They're just saying, bring a flatbed.
Well, if you can, since you're not,
I wanted one of those gargoyles on top of the roof, and I was told I was laughing. I'm telling you now, look, bring a flatbed.
Well, I'm telling you now, if you find me a cannon, I will bring a flatbed to haul it back up here. If you can find me a cannon that I can haul back up here and put at Fort Duffield for safekeeping.
We can find plenty of cannons.
Well, I'm saying one that I can bring back without stealing.
Well, I ain't saying we ain't going to steal nothing. We're going to acquire it, but we're not going to steal nothing.
Tim, they had 12-pound cannons, and they had what is it called? One particular cannon that was first successfully fired there, a rifled cannon, the Stucky gun. They had the Stucky gun, and they had regular 12-pound cannons. They didn't have any 20-pounders there. But they had several of the 12-pounders and a couple of Stucky guns.
Yeah, we selling damn Civil War freaking statues down here. You want a Beauregard? You want a Robbie E. Lee? What do you want?
I'll take a William Tecumseh Sherman, since he's the one that had the fort built. Anything you can come up with to help us decorate that fort a little bit with some authentic Civil War memorabilia. You just say
the cannon you want.
12-pound.
12-pound.
Yep.
Hold on, let me look. I've just seen a couple of them. I'm looking. Look, I can find you something. Shit.
If you find me a 12-pound Civil War cannon,
1857 Napoleon, full scale.
There you
1857 Napoleon, 12-pound full scale. $5,600.
You buy that for me, and I'll bring a flatbed and haul it back up here.
All right, this is a 1857 Napoleon 12-pounder count, half scale. This is a half for $952.
Don't need no half scale. I want full scale.
All right. Civil War. Hell, I dug up Civil War balls, like cannonballs in the yard already, so we can plenty of them.
Yeah, there's some Civil War cannonballs at the museum down the street here, but we don't have a cannon. But anyway, I mean, like I say, that fort, it's something that it's a piece of history that needs to be restored to its former glory and dressed up a little bit. It's sat neglected for a long time because it was just part of the Fort Knox military reservation for a long time. And Fort Knox never did anything with it at the time. It just kind of got overtaken by the wilderness. And then they turned it over to the city. The city's turned it into a park, but the city is not in any kind of financial position to make a whole lot of improvements on it. So that's part of why we're doing what we're doing with the investigations and events that we're going to be holding up there, is try to raise money to do some of those things, like get a cannon, maybe get a couple of cannons, maybe get some statues or things like that you see at these other civil
wars. That's a mortar.
If you ever
get a mortar cannon, how about a mortar cannon?
Is it 12-pound?
Yeah. A Cohorn mortar 12-pounder, full scale.
Civil War era?
2 1/4 bore.
Civil War era?
See what it looks like. Oh. Picture. Not very big. I mean, it's not big cannon. I mean, it's a full scale cannon, but it's a mortar cannon.
Oh yeah, no.
A mortar cannon.
I would, if that was the best we could do, I would make do with it. But we're gonna figure out a way to get.
I can get you a real cannon. I mean, only thing it's going to have to be acquired.
Yeah.
And the only thing it's going to cost you is actually some muscle, your back muscle, and a rope. Maybe come along.
I ain't stealing nothing. Okay.
Come along. Hell, we can go right there in the river and pull one out of the river.
Well, if you can find one in the river, you can
put them out of the lake right here, but Lake Pontchartrain. They got all kind of freaking cannons in the freaking lake.
Get out there and find us one, and we'll haul it up here.
All you have to do is refurbish it.
Wheels to put on it. And we'll mount that sucker.
You can mount them. They actually mount them on these like concrete or whatever. They use them they just because they got the things that come off the side of it and everything, and they just shove that. And they put the fuse in it, and they just light the fuse. Boom! Right out the big.
I want one that's authentic to what they would have had at the fort, which they were on the wheels because they would roll them out.
Yeah, rolling cannonball.
And all of that.
They were hauled up with horses and stuff. You'd be able to
pull them like a trailer up the hill.
I can ask around and see what we can acquire your own from.
Yeah. It's just something that, since we started doing this, it's been one of the things that popped in my head.
Hell, I just spotted this right.
Look at Denise.
Lord. I know.
Does the world need to know this, Denise? Lord help me. That one's mine. Yeah, 20-pound howitzer is what they she said yes they do, is what they would typically have at some of the forts, but with the remote location of this fort, they had the 12-pound, the smaller 12-pound cannons, and then the Stucky guns, which are also a smaller cannon. They're a rifled cannon that was more accurate than the others.
Believe it or not, I'm telling you, Louisiana's so freaking corrupt. I'm telling you, I can go out to the city of New Orleans or whatever. I go to Port Orleans Parish and ask one of them city workers, because they took down most of these Civil War statues and stuff around here, and they took a lot of that stuff down, and they put it in warehouses.
Yeah,
and see how much it would have cost to acquire one off. Drive up one night and just put it in the back of the truck. The city let them load it up. It might cost you maybe $50 or something.
I'm not doing this with any crimes, man.
You might come down here and I'll have that thing sitting out in the front yard. Look what I got, Ernie.
You got it. If I get it from you, I get it legit, right?
It fell off the truck.
Howard, guy, and he acquired this for me because he knew that we were looking for it for the fort.
But it is a lot of stuff like that. I mean, you'd be surprised at the kind of stuff people, personal collections and stuff like that. They sell that stuff, and I can ask around because I didn't know that you're serious about it. I can ask around and see, if they have one or two of them that they can get rid of, at a reasonable price, and see what we can, kind of deals that can work with us.
Yeah. If you can come off with anything like that, let me know, and we'll.
Does that? It's just. I mean, that's
got a little bit of money in the bank right now, and they're looking for the right ways to spend it and everything. So I don't know. It's who knows, but it's just something that Denise and I have talked about that we would really like to be able to contribute, as part of our legacy up there.
Understand. So I mean, this is a Union fort. So I mean, there's no way I could put like a Robbie E. Lee statue.
No. Unless he was like laying down or something.
I mean, that's all it is down here. It's all Confederate.
Yeah.
E. Beauregard. You have Robbie E. Lee. You have Jackson Square, big old Jackson on a horse right in the middle of Jackson Square and stuff. You'd be surprised all these. Matter of fact, they have a big thing about the state of Louisiana, the state of New Orleans. They were supposed to give them back to the state, and all these big monuments that they tore down, and these statues are made of bronze and shit, or brass, whatever, metal, whatever, and the state wanted them, and they were going to actually set them up in another place in Louisiana as a museum type piece. You know, you can actually go out there and look outside and you see all these. And there's another Civil War museum out west, and they want to buy them. So by right, it should stay in the state and use it as a museum piece here, because that's where they came from. And with the city of New Orleans being a bunch of buttheads that they are, now they're looking to sell them off to the highest bidder.
Right.
So you can't control the state can't control what the city does.
It just drives me crazy that so much of our history is being destroyed and forgotten and all that. You know, I mean, I understand the sentiment behind the initial push, you know, to not glorify certain aspects of things,
right?
But we learn from history. And
it's war.
History
it was all war.
It happened. You know, it's real. It really happened. You can't just erase it or tear down a statue or remove a cannon or whatever and change what happened in the past. You learn from it and you move forward. And that's part of why, you know, we're so passionate about the things that we're doing with the fort and everything that we do with the paranormal, really. I mean, because the paranormal really is about history, you know, and
it's like in Louisiana. There's a big fort that's out there off in the Gulf of Mexico. It's like in Louisiana, Mississippi coastline, and it takes about maybe an hour to drive out there by boat. But you can go actually take tours out there and stuff. And and it's haunted as old hell too, from my understanding. I mean, I haven't been out there to actually, because you have to pay for the boat ride, and then you have to. If you don't take your own boat, then you're stuck on their time. You know, you have to go by what they tell you what to do. But if you have your own boat, you can actually go out there on your own and stay, you know, as long as you want and everything. And to me, it's from my understanding, it's very active, very, very active, especially being surrounded by water.
Right.
I mean, with the driving force. So
Ernie's
great grandfather was responsible for helping to build Fort Duffield. Awesome.
Yeah, we think so. I found in one of the books on Fort Duffield that I've read, one of the guys in charge of running the crews that were building the fort was Charles Bennett. And I'm pretty sure that he is my, I think, great-great-grandfather. So
Bennett?
I got to verify that, but we're pretty sure of it.
That last name, Bennett?
Bennett, Bennett.
Yeah, we have Bennetts that live around here. A lot of Bennett's. Bennett Bridge Road we have one of it called Bennett Bridge Road, actually.
Well, my mother was a Bennett, and they lived the next street over from us on Mulberry Street here in West Point at one time. So
we're gonna have to do.
Hello, Joanne.
I know you're coming on that Wednesday. I don't know how long it's going to. What time y'all coming in on that Wednesday? But when y'all do, we just go take a ride around and let you take in some of the sites anyway.
Sure.
And see what it's all
that's
about.
Why
you
we
know,
wanted
around
to
this
spend an extra day or two down there, because we wanted to be able to see the town. It's one of the reasons why, you know, Denise was
be able to show you some of the back. I mean, you have the touristy part, and that it's okay, and you're going to pay for that too.
Yeah.
I'll show you all the stuff that, you know, the locals do and the locals see and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I even contacted some who is it? Airboat tours, swamp tours. I don't know if you ever been in a swamp before.
I did an airboat tour
That's airboat. Now this is just a swamp tour. They get in these smaller boats and you just go out in the swamp, these boats, and you don't have to wear the big earphones or anything on your ears or nothing like that.
You can actually talk to one another.
and you can lean over the side of the boat and feed alligators.
Yeah.
Push over that special someone that you want to bring along with you, and just kind of like.
Denise says there's snakes, so she's not a fan.
Oh yeah, there's snakes everywhere. You're in Louisiana. Hell, they fall out of the trees down here. You go walking in. I tell Jackie that she don't believe me. And I'm waiting for a freaking snake to actually fall out of the tree. And I'm waiting to just scare the shit out of her. Hell, I killed the damn.
Don't keep saying that. I'm telling you, Howard, you don't know that woman. She will cancel the trip altogether.
This is the time of year when I don't care where you're at. This is the time of year when snakes are coming out. It's hot. They love it. They're cold-blooded animals. They just love that heat. And hell, right outside my front door, Jackie freaked out when. Where did you shoot? I was out there. I shot a freaking 3.5 foot freaking water moccasin right there by my front door. It's just what they do. They go everywhere.
I don't have a problem with snakes. I used to be the snake wrangler at Waverly. I mean, if I was there and there was a snake found in the building or around the building, I was one sent to grab it and get it out of there. But Denise is, deathly afraid of snakes.
I can see that from her comment.
Yes. And she's probably not exaggerating at all about that.
Jackie's the same way. Lizards, little bitty freaking lizard. She freak out over a lizard.
She loves lizards. She loves lizards.
Frogs, anything.
She's owned bearded dragons and all that stuff, but she's got a major phobia for snakes.
Jackie has phobias.
And we were at Soul Chapel, which is it's a haunted cemetery. Used to be a site of an old church where some really bad things happened. And anyway, we were there doing an investigation, and we were up in the woods next to the cemetery. And the guy we were with and myself, we saw this very big cow snake. That sucker was probably 8 or 9 feet long and about that big around, going up a tree. And we said, Denise, walk over there, go that way. And she's like, what? And we said, just go over there. And she never even saw the snake, but she knew that must be what it was by the way we were acting. She spent the rest of the night sitting on top of the van.
Really?
She didn't want to get in the van because she was convinced that snake was going to come up like through the pedal, the gas pedal, through the hole in the floorboard and eat her. But she never even saw that thing. But she sat on top of the van for like 2 hours. And
don't you know snakes climb?
Yeah. It was climbing that tree with no problem. What makes her think it couldn't climb that van, I've seen it. Her thing was she could see it coming. And
you know how many boats are sunk in the river because of idiots that go out there? I'm going to go fishing and all that stuff, and they see a snake and it falls. Actually, these snakes are serious. They climb up in the trees and they'll drop down into your boat. And these idiots are bringing guns out there while they're going on fishing trips. And first thing you want to do when you see a snake is shoot. Oh, they sink their freaking boat.
Brilliant.
Instead of grabbing a little freaking towel and throwing it on it, maybe, or just grabbing one of those clippers,
grab an oar and flip it out of the boat.
Right? No, they just shoot it. Shoot him. That's Troy Landry. Shoot him.
Shoot him.
I'm thinking more on the lines. Actually, Denise, I'm thinking of more on the lines for you. No swamp tours for you. No. I'm thinking more on the line of this for you. See that lady? She's enjoying herself. Look, she's zip lining.
She looks so happy, don't she?
Yeah, and look what's waiting for her at the bottom.
She's having fun. Going over the gate.
Look what's at the bottom waiting on her ass. No, Denise, I'll get you on a zip line. You and Jackie both got to share the same line.
Yeah, Todd and Leanne, they're hosting events and investigations at the Bell Witch Cave now. And, they have a thing called tanking the Red River at the Bell Witch Cave, where you get in these big water tanks like you put out for livestock. Yeah. You get in one of those big, metal ones, galvanized steel round tanks. You get in one of those and you float down the Red River, down there by the Bell Witch Cave. It looks like a blast. I mean, it looks like a good time. But Denise is like, nope, there's snakes in that river, and she will not. No. Todd and Leanne ask us all the time to go. She
This
won't do
isn't a
it.
metal thing. I mean, down here they don't call it tanking. We call it tubing. You get these big tubes and stuff, and you get
Yeah, well, we got
just
tubes too, where you, like lazy rivers of the Salt River, the other end of the Salt River that runs behind the house here, up towards Shepherdsville. They do that where they drop you off with an inner tube. You get out in the river, you just float down the river, and then they pick you up and take you back.
Mm-hmm.
And
they make good money doing that shit.
But at the Bell Witch Cave, they've got tanking where you ride in those metal tanks.
Well, then you ain't got to worry about no snake because they'll hit the side of the metal tank and they'll fall off.
Yeah, but they'll still be there. They're there. She'll see them. She doesn't want to see. I mean,
there was no snakes in Virginia. Is that what she? There's no snakes in West Virginia. There's no snakes in West. There's no snakes in Kentucky. Is that what she's telling me? That's what I want to know.
Well, she does not. Yeah, she's just afraid of them. I'm telling you. But no, she don't. We go to the pet store. She won't even walk down the aisle where they have snakes. It's like, nope, I ain't even gonna. I don't want to see that. They're in aquariums or whatever. She's like, nope, big no for me, dog.
She's the same way, Jackie's. They all brave and everything. Yeah, okay.
This one will chase down a Bigfoot. I've seen her, a Bigfoot going through the woods, and Denise go running after it. But a little snake. I mean, we were at Falls of the Ohio, this big fossil bed out there next to the Ohio River, walking around, and I'm telling you, there was a little snake. It was a beautiful little snake, about that long. I'm not lying. It was about that long and about as big around as my pinky.
Baby.
Just laying there on the bank, just chilling. Had his head up, just looking out at the water, not bothering nobody. Denise saw it and was frozen in fear. She would not. She literally just locked.
It was an anaconda.
Yeah. She was convinced that snake was going to eat her, and she'd never be seen again.
It was an anaconda.
That's what she says. I'm telling you, it was that long and about that big around. Yeah, a good-sized night crawler would have been bigger than it, but that's how she is. I can't say a whole lot because I'm about the same way about spiders. I'm not a fan of spiders at all. Not a fan. Yesterday I was weed eating up at the fort, and
wait a minute, she's getting into this now. She said
she's reliving the moment now.
She's laying in bed. Well, you might as well, because she's laying in bed naked eating cake. So you might as well, hey, let her have it.
Yeah. Well, I was I just walked away from there. I said, well, just come over here. Just come over here. It won't bother you. Just come over here. And she just stood there like 10 feet from it and wouldn't move. I'm like, if you don't like it, get away from it. Come and get me. So I had to go basically carry her ass a safe distance away from the snake so she, could survive, because it was going to eat her. But no, yesterday I was weed eating up at Fort Duffield, and I'm telling you, I kid you not, there was a wolf spider that came up on my leg. It was about that big around. Oh, I'm not exaggerating. And I was so proud of myself. I even told Denise about it. I was like, I just knocked it off. I said, get off me, and knocked it off and went about my business. I don't know what got in me, but for some reason, I just casually knocked it off and went about my business. Typically, that would have been enough for me to leave, go home, everything. You see that?
Yep, sure did.
Lord.
We don't have those here. We have what we call banana spiders.
Those are big.
They make pretty webs.
Yeah.
They do. These damn things get about, the biggest one I've seen was about like that. With the range of its legs and all. The damn body's about freaking like that long, about yay wide.
Yeah.
So they get pretty big.
Yeah,
about a
we
good
get them
maybe
here.
inch and a half, 2 inches long, and they get about maybe a good 3/4 of an inch wide without the legs.
Yeah, yeah, we get them here too every now and then in hot weather. You'll see them come out, but not so much. But yeah, they do
Hate
have
them damn things.
have that zigzagging down the
Yeah,
middle of the web. Yeah,
driving on your lawn tractor, you cutting the grass, and all of a sudden you just turn, and all of a sudden there's one of them some bitch webs hit you in the face. You jumping
yeah,
off the lawnmower swinging.
yeah, yeah. She's telling the truth there. I, I got to run real quick. I'll be right back. Give me just a minute and a half. Is that cool? All right,
Good.
I'll be right back. You just entertain Denise while I'm gone.
Entertain Denise. So Denise, Ernie had to be brave and not look at like a little bitch. Oh Lord. Oh, I hate spiders too. I mean, I got bit by a spider. Damn, I don't know what kind it was. They said it might have been a little brown, brown recluse. It might have even I don't know. But anyway, it bit me on the damn hand, and it felt like a damn mosquito bite. And I just kept scratching it. It made a little knot and everything. I just kept scratching it, and uh, my hand swelled up. And I said, "What the hell?" I never could figure out what happened. And the next day, I guess the venom was traveling up my arm, and I could feel my elbow was like really creaking. It was painful. It was in the joint, and just trying to. Ernie had to go. And I had that pain in my elbow, and I couldn't shake it. I was like, "What the hell? Why is my elbow like that hurting like that?" And evidently, it was the poison that was traveling up and was starting to go into my shoulder. So I had to go to the hospital, and they gave me some kind of anti venom shot, and then it finally went away. I was scared that thing. They said it could have went to my heart. You know, that was when I was young, way young. I was like 28, 29 years old when that happened. So yeah, it kind of freaked me out. And that's why I do not like freaking spiders whatsoever. I'm pretty sure Ernie has his own reasons why he don't like spiders, but that's my biggest thing. That's why I hate a freaking. I never had a phobia about spiders until then. Ever since I got bit and that thing was poison, you can feel that poison traveling up your arm like that. In 2 days' time, go up your elbow and going into your shoulder like that. I don't mess with a spider. I kill every one of them damn things.
I'm not a fan. I got bit by a black widow a couple years ago. About 4 or 5 years ago, actually. I was pressure washing this house and felt a sting on my foot and looked down. There was a black widow right there. It bit me on the toe. And I freaked out. I thought, well, I'm going to die. This is how it ends right here. But I lived.
Denise wants to know why she has that phobia. She says, "Why do I have? Don't know why I have a phobia. I'm terrified of snakes." Well, you want to break that terror? You want to be broken to that? See, you can get non-venomous. I'm thinking about doing this with non-venomous with spiders, but you can do this with non-venomous snakes and just lay in a pit and let all these non-venomous snakes just crawl all over you, and they'll break your phobia.
She would not do it. She don't care. She is of the opinion that there is no good snake. I tell her all the time, black snakes, rat snakes, even cow snakes. There's nothing wrong with them.
King snake's a good snake to have around.
Yeah, king snakes, garter snakes. There's no.
We have a bunch of them damn garter snakes around here. You ever seen them damn what they call a snake ball? It's when they start breeding, and they do it around here with the garter snakes, and that's non-venomous. Kids play with them. I used to pull them off of trees and stuff and play with them and stuff.
Yeah,
but they make these huge, the size of a basketball, and they just it's like this basketball's just whirling and
rolling around.
It's like
never seen that. Never seen that.
I have. That's the weirdest freaking thing. If you would have shot it with a shotgun, you would have killed about 100 and something snakes right there in one spot. I mean, it was like snake juice everywhere, But
yeah,
somebody told me I should have threw a net over it, and you can actually capture them. You can sell them to pet stores. I didn't know that.
Well, there you go.
I ain't doing that. Next time I just kick the ball, kick it down the street. Then bring that shit to my house. Ain't none of that happening here. Why should it happen in my yard?
Right.
There you go. Pair of cowboy boots, Denise. Snake skin.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Ernie, it is 9:26. It's probably 10:26 at your house,
Yes. And
and I'm pretty sure you got probably a busy day tomorrow.
I got
But I know you never stop.
I I I don't have a lot that I have to do, but I have a lot that I have to do, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. Is Denise coming in town? When's Denise back home?
Home tomorrow night.
That's why you have a lot to do.
Yeah, I gotta clean up from the big wild party I've been having while she's been gone.
And then while
She didn't leave the list this week. She's right. So yeah, I gotta.
didn't leave him a list, so he's got to make up his own list. Is that what he does?
I made my own list. I went up, did some volunteer work up at the fort, weed eating. I pressure washed a bunch of stuff around the house here that needed pressure washing. And
If it was my list, Ernie, if I didn't have this thing going on, my list would be sitting on the recliner, trimming my toenails, getting caught up on Supernatural or something, watching it. I'm streaming Supernatural. I'm binge watching that. I'll be watching a few shows of that.
yeah,
Play my video game a little bit on my phone or something.
we still have not even hooked up our TV since we moved to this house. That's how little we
Watch
emphasize
TV.
TV around here.
You're always busy. I mean, probably the time you get home and that's what she is. We don't have a TV.
Well, we've got a TV. It's sitting out in the shed right now. It's just sitting out there covered with a blanket, not bothering anybody.
Tell Jackie that. I mean, we have a 55-inch. That's in our bedroom, a 55-inch TV in the bedroom. I started off with a 19-inch. That was good enough for me. And when I married Jack, well, me and Jackie got together, the TVs just kept getting bigger. Why? I don't need that big. Now we have a 55-inch big screen TV in our bedroom. It's got the Roku, every freaking thing you could possibly put on for Roku. We got the cable TV, all of it. You can get everything and anything that you want on this damn thing. And there I am. I'm streaming shit like fishing shows and stuff like that. And I can go in my yard. And, I mean, I go down the road, go fishing, but just don't go nowhere. I mean, Jackie don't want me to go nowhere.
When Denise is home, we stay on the run. I mean, either doing things we have to get done or just taking a ride in the country and finding a abandoned something, or just going finding an old historic town that we've never been to before and looking around, just random things like that. Or we just, like she said, we'll just sit out back and watch the barges go down the river.
That's nice. I would like to do that too. I go out to the lake. We go out to watch the sunset. That's pretty. I mean, different colors down here. I mean, all the clouds and the way the humidity and it's beautiful sunsets out here. I've done that before. Wait to see what she's doing. I can't say too much too loud with her because she'll get pissy if I say anything. But I went there and unhooked the TV the other day. I said, the TV's out. What? What's wrong with it? I don't know. It's brand new. Why is it out? Why is it out? And I don't know. It just went out. I said, let's go out to eat. She said, you taking me out to go eat? I said, yeah, I'll take you out to eat. And she took a shower, and man, she got all done up and everything. I'm still in freaking sweatpants and a t-shirt. She said, okay. I said, all right. Now what? I already brought everything. By the time she walked out the front door, I had a loaf of bread out there. I had some ham, some cheese. And she's like, what's this? I said, we eating outside.
We eating out.
She got pissed. Good God, she got
I'm mad about that. I mean, Denise, sometimes, we go to the Red Yeti a lot. We post pictures all the time of us at the Red Yeti. Well, Denise will tease me with it every now and then. And, she'll mention the Red Yeti. And I'm like, yes. And I'm getting all ready and all this stuff and thinking we're going to the Red Yeti. And then she's like, well, I don't really feel like going all the way over there or spending that kind of money. So let's just go to the Mexican place or whatever. And I'm like, okay.
Jackie, she likes Mexican food, man. I can't stomach that stuff too much.
I like it. There's one right up the road here that we go to that there's a Valentina sauce is what I like on my Mexican food. I don't know if you ever had Valentina sauce.
Mhm.
That's my favorite. And I kept asking at this one El Camal, this restaurant up here that we go to. I kept asking for Valentina sauce, and finally one day the manager she ran to the store while we were there and bought some Valentina sauce and came and set it on our table. Well, now every time we walk in there, you hear all the waitresses, telling one another, like the new waitress or whatever, Valentina, Valentina, he's the Valentina man. So I mean, this is
Ain't
the
nothing
first
wrong with that.
they bring
That's like
that.
the Mexican hot sauce, isn't it?
It's but it's not real hot. I mean,
Right.
it's
No, it's a good flavor to it.
like crystals. It's got good flavor, but it's
Because there's a drink I used to drink when I don't drink anymore. But I mean, when I was drinking, when I go to a Mexican restaurant, it's made with that like the Valentino. It's a Mexican hot sauce basically,
Mhm.
and they put it in a glass and they take a beer and they just dump the beer in it like that. They leave the bottle with it.
Yeah,
Sometimes it depends on what restaurant.
turn it upside
But
down in Valentina.
I usually I used to drink it with Negro Modelo, and they just fill it up with the hot sauce, and they would just make it hot and spicy, and you could drink it just like, and it's really a good taste to it.
I might have to
I
try.
forgot what they call it. I forgot what they call it, but it's made with the hot sauce and the beer. That's all it is.
I might have to try that sometime.
I've never.
I've never heard of that, but I might have to try that.
I've actually first time I ever tasted because we were talking to a local brewery here about trying to get them to come in and sponsor this thing, Fear Fest. Uh, it's the beer is made with red beans and rice, and I drank it. It is, I mean, they give you like a little
You
taste.
get hammered, yeah.
Right, it's just enough to just get a taste in your mouth, and it's really good. It surprised the shit out of me. It's really good.
I have not found a craft beer that I like. I mean,
they got beers that
I've tried
I'm going to bring you there.
kinds over the years, and I've never found one that I like. I go back to my Miller Lite. I'm good with Miller Lite.
I drink Miller Lite when I drink beer, Ernie. I'll be honest with you. I'll get maybe a 12-ounce beer because I've been when I don't drink anymore. I mean, I don't drink.
Right.
I mean, I do drink, but if I do drink, I'll grab a 12-ounce Miller Lite and I'll maybe drink a quarter of it, and the rest goes hot, and I wind up throwing it away.
Right.
Just to be cordial. That's all I'm doing.
12-pack of beer here, and it'll last for 2 or 3 weeks.
I buy a 12-pack and it'll last a year. Each about a beer a month. That's about it. Yeah. If it doesn't go out of date by then.
Denise says she put me under the table. She is so full of shit right there.
We'll bring her to Pat O'Brien's and let her drink some of them damn hurricanes.
Yeah, let her have a hurricane.
This is good. Yeah, that shit sneak up.
2 sips of a hurricane.
She'll drink oh God. She'll drink one of those freaking things. Jackie drank them.
They go down so easy, and you think, oh man, I don't even taste any alcohol in this.
It tastes like Hawaiian punch almost.
Yeah, you try to stand up, it's like, whoa, wait just a minute.
She'll grab you by the butt hairs and just say, you ain't going nowhere. Sit back down. Them things are strong.
Yep.
They have another one which it's made with Kahlua and Bailey's. Kahlua and Bailey's.
Rattlesnake.
You know what Bailey's is, right? It's a cream liqueur.
And
Bailey's, but when you mix those two together, it makes like a chocolate look to it.
Yeah, it's a rattlesnake.
No. You put a little whipped cream on top of it.
White Russian.
They call that here a blowjob.
Really? Around here, it's a White Russian, or you can make a rattlesnake a lot like that too.
And they call it a blowjob down here because of the cream on top.
Well, because they're just nasty in New Orleans. They just have a dirty mind.
We gotta make them dirty. We nasty people. Yeah, we got strippers and everything.
Everybody got a dirty mind. Yeah.
I was getting ready to suggest that to you. You want to drum up some business for Fort Duffield? Look, I'll be more than glad to come up there and run through the woods naked. Be like, instead of seeing Sasquatch, you see a white coon ass, a white fat coon ass running through the woods.
We're trying to get people to come to the fort, not scare them off, Howard. What's
He's
wrong?
allegedly seen running through these parts of the woods right here.
We got a cryptid running through the woods. I don't know what it is.
They say if you leave a pull by on his gifting stump, you come and see him.
Oh boy, and some gumbo.
maybe some baby
Now,
eggs and stuff.
you're gonna have some activity.
I'm actually I'm talking to two chefs right now. One is what's his name?
Too bad Justin's not still around. He'd be great.
One I'm talking is Emerald Lagasse. I'm trying to get Emerald Lagasse here. I'm waiting to hear back from his people. And the other one, what was his name? I had his. I see Emerald's thing up here. I tell you who it is right now. I got his name pulled up. He's from Gonzales. He's a famous chef down here. No. I sent him an email not too long ago. And I sent him a voicemail. I mean, and texted him. So I'm waiting to hear back from him. Where's he at? John Foltz.
Okay.
He's one of the better chefs. He's just like Emerald Lagasse, but he's not as famous as Emerald.
Yeah.
But he still has the same amount of restaurants and stuff down here. And he's a well-known restaurant. And Chef Ramsay. No, we don't want Chef Ramsay. He's English. We want Southern people. We want that coon asses down here.
Too close to 4th of July to be.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. What was that I saw? It was when they, God dang it, I'm trying to think what was that word that we use. Treason. National Treason Day.
Yeah, National Treason Day.
Happy Treason Day, you know. So that's what they call it. But anyway.
Well, I think Fear Fest is going to come together really well. I mean,
I hope so. I hope the Fort Duffield comes up. I mean, I'm hoping that you do very well on
Gettysburg.
What? Gettysburg? No. I'm talking about the spirit swatches and the stories around the campfire thing.
Yeah. I'm hoping that sells out. I mean, right now we're at about I don't know, about 20 tickets, something like that.
How many tickets you selling?
50. So got about
almost halfway there. And when is the event?
August 5th. So we still got plenty of time to sell tickets, but
whole month. You got about a month here.
I'm thinking that next week when we're in Gettysburg, ticket sales for everything is probably going to jump. Because you got a lot of folks that are into the paranormal, that are into the Civil War stuff, and that's what we got to offer. So
the thing is, that's what I hate about the paranormal field.
What's that?
That's one thing I hate about the paranormal field. All these paranormal investigation teams and people like that, they procrastinate. They wait to the very last minute to buy anything. They wait to the last minute to buy tickets for booths, tickets to go to places. They look to the last minute, and you just don't. They don't understand it. That's got to be accounted so that way you can get stuff set up.
We've got a plan. Yeah, we need to know how many people are going to be there. Well, I mean, when we put that event out, we first started advertising it. I mean, within 2 days, we had sold almost 20 tickets. And so I'm telling everybody, this is going to sell out fast. You need to buy your tickets now. And it sounds like I'm just hyping it, trying to sell tickets. But
the
way it looked, we really thought we were going to sell out within a week because of the way that the ticket sales started. And then they've been trickling in, one at a time every couple of days now since then. And it's like, okay, it's great that we're still selling tickets, that people haven't forgotten about it. But at the same time, like you said, we need to plan to know how much. I've got a lot of people that are telling me, we're going to try to come to that event. We're going to try to come to that event. Right. Well, if you're planning on coming,
buy your freaking
tickets so I know, because I've got a plan for it.
And the people don't understand that. They just don't understand. I mean, it's like for us with the vending booths. I'm trying to get the vending booths done. That way we can actually start setting up how they're going to actually be seated.
Organize everybody.
And then not just that, I have to get packages ready because it's out of our vending booths that we're selling. Okay, I think we're asking for $240 for a vending booth, for non-electric. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you pay the 240 plus when you go. Usually, a lot of vendors know this. When you go to an event, they have to pay for a registration fee. Um, I'm paying. I'm picking up the registration fee. I'm paying their registration for them. I told them that. And I tell people that pay the 240, pay the whatever tax. I'll pay your registration fee. But the only thing I'm not going to pay for is your taxes, whatever you sell. Because of course, here in our state, they get a pack where they have to write down and they have to,
Yeah,
do their sales tax and all that.
LLC number and all that stuff.
Right. So they have to do their sales tax. I'm not paying for the sales taxes. I mean, that's on them. But I mean, I'll pay their registration fees and all that. I'll pay that for it to help them out, just to get the sales up. And people still are not slow, very slow. And I mean, I'm still like 2 months, and I had to put a deadline on it. I mean, this is it. This September 1st, boom. It is what it is by that point.
Yeah. That's something I wanted to ask you. Will we have a booth at Fairfest, or do we need to get one?
You want one?
Yeah, I'd like to have one for Fort Duffield if we could get one, but I need to budget that. I need to make sure that I've got that in the budget.
I got you.
All right, just let me know. I mean, I'm not trying to get anything for free. I'm just saying.
No. I got you.
I didn't know if we had one, as speakers or
yes. Okay. I'm doing it for the nonprofits and for the guests.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure because I wanted to make sure we get that in the budget if we didn't already have it in the budget.
And that's what I try to tell people. I mean, I got people coming to this thing. There's going to be people coming to this event. There's going to be a lot of people. As a vendor, do you want to sell what you want to? That's the thing. You want to sell your product. I have to have vendors. If not, then I'll have one guy selling. I don't know. He'll soap, soap on a rope. I'll have that one guy standing there with that one soap. I got this for sale. That's what I. And if he's selling soap on a rope, he's the only one in there. Hell, he's gonna sell a shitload of soap on a rope.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I don't know that we'll have any merch. I mean, hopefully we will, but I'd at least like to have an informational booth, to tell people about the fort. I'm not that we're going to be manning it the whole time because we plan on enjoying ourselves while we're there too. But I'd like to at least be able to put some flyers on the table or something, and maybe we are getting some shirts made that we're going to hopefully have delivered in time to take them to Gettysburg next week. And if we have more by then I'll definitely bring them down to try to sell. But
we're going to sell shirts there. Right, we're definitely going to sell Fearfest. And then we're going to have a booth. We're going to be doing, of course, out of the same booth, we're going to do the Just Marie Pitre Foundation, donations and stuff like that. And that stuff. And then, of course, you have other foundations and stuff, nonprofits and stuff that's going to be in that area. That's going to be the first ones they're going to see when they come in. And then, of course, then you're going to have all your sales and different products and stuff like that. 'Cause I got a lot of people asking. I had just one. I was planning on just one vendor to sell food. That's what I wanted to do. But now I got 2 other vendor trucks that want to come in, and they're selling everything from snowballs and funnel cakes and beignets and all kind of stuff out of these freaking food trucks. I'm like,
everybody going to be well fed, if nothing else. So
and then they
get to hear me talk, and that'll be good.
I'm gonna have to cut some. I'm gonna have to cut some of these. What's I had on? I got Scott Wilson. He's gonna be MCing most of it.
Cool,
little Scotty.
Cool.
So I had to get somebody shorter than Scotty, so that's why I got Drew Barry. I mean, he's one of those guys. You can kick his ass all day long if you want. I mean, you'd be bigger than. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's already fired up about it. It's gonna be somebody smaller than him there. So
listen to this. Tell Denise to be nice to me. I'm trying to get off of here so that I can give her a phone call and be sweet to her.
Yeah, we've been out here for 45 minutes over for it. So, all right, Mr. Ernie, we appreciate you coming on tonight, and we thank everyone for watching. And I don't know when's my next podcast is going to be. Hopefully within the next couple of months. I'm waiting for this Fear Fest thing to blow down a little bit and get caught up on this stuff. And when I do, that's when I'll start back up with more of my podcast shows and stuff.
Well,
And
yeah,
until
I
then,
appreciate you having me on, Howard.
I appreciate you coming
I
on.
mean,
I really do.
love you, man. And, you know, it's anything we can do to help with Fear Fest, just say the
course.
word. We've been
You're showing up. That's helping.
we've been sharing the ads every chance we get, and I'll continue to do that.
You're showing up. You're showing up. That's helping us. I appreciate that. I really do. And
We're looking forward to it.
and I'm looking forward to bringing you to the country kitchen. Let you have some
All
real
right.
good
Denise will
Cajun
be
country
miserable.
food.
She'll probably have chicken fingers or something because she.
And this is all breakfast food stuff in the morning. I mean, you can have some lunch. I guess you can. I'm gonna feed Denise a po' boy. I'm gonna give her a po' boy. Just let her.
She might like a po' boy. Who knows? Who knows?
Those damn things are good, man. I have today. We had a French fry. I had, and of course, she had to have one too. So I mean, I can't have nothing without her having something.
I know how that goes.
She
But
said
anyway,
she ate my ice cream the other night. I was on another podcast show. She ate my freaking ice cream again. It was in there. I said, you tell people you don't eat my ice cream. She said, but it was cookies and cookie dough and chocolate chips, and vanilla, and I'd eat maybe a little cup of it every night. You know, just to get something. I didn't want my diabetes going up, but I
a
wanted
little
something
something
sweet.
sweet. Gotta have a little
Yeah.
something sweet. Yeah.
About a cup full. I mean, a little bitty cup, and she ate it. The whole freaking gallon of that stuff. That's right, and she don't feel guilty about it either.
She really should. I mean, I feel bad for you.
She don't care.
That's not cool. It's really not cool.
I'm gonna go in there and slap her on her toe right now.
I've been eating leftovers all week. That's all I'm allowed to eat this week is leftovers from the cookout we had. I might revolt tomorrow and go get me a cheeseburger from somewhere besides the leftover stack of cheeseburgers that I've had all
Better
week.
get before she come home.
Yeah, I gotta sneak into it somehow because she'll see that bank account and be like, "What are you doing spending money at Burger King or whatever?" You know, she's mean.
You
like
go get you one. Go get you a good. Well, then you will do it right. Go get you one of them restaurant burgers. Go get you. That's what I'm talking. What is that restaurant you like going to?
Red Yeti.
Go to Red Yeti.
Yeah, I think I might just do it. Just revolt and just go
That's
to Red
what I'm
Yeti.
talking about. Protest that shit. It said I deserve it. I've been eating leftovers all week long. I think I deserve it.
It's time for me to eat some real food.
That's right. That's what I was gonna do. That's what.
Anyway,
all right.
It's always good to talk to you, brother. And like I say, anything we can do, just say the word. We're there, man.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ernie, and everybody else out there. Yep, go to Fort Duffield.
Yeah, Huntings of Fort Duffield Facebook group on Facebook.
And he's got the event coming up in August. August, what was it again?
August 5th.
August 5th, and go out there and Ernie's going to be cooking for y'all. I mean, we're going to have hot dogs and hamburgers and potato salad and baked beans. Hell,
you never know what might be on that menu time it's over with. Who knows?
Might even be a little Bigfoot on a stick. I don't know. It could be anything.
You never know.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a good time.
It's going to be a great time, I think. I think I'll have a great time.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all soon. And y'all stay safe and get your tickets.
That's right. Contact me.
Contact Ernie. All right. Y'all have a great evening, and thank y'all.